Hi, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a beautiful day here in Randburg in Johannesburg, and we are set, ready to go for this titanic battle between St Stithians Girls College, the hosts, and Redham House Constantia from Cape Town. And it's certainly been the two form teams of this tournament, and it's going to be really an exciting fixture. Sarah Harris is next to me. She's going to talk you through a little bit about the teams here.
Yeah, so welcome everyone. Just looking at this Redham first team girls side. We've got number one in Hannah Kato, who's really the informed goalkeeper of the tournament at the moment. And then looking at the rest of that lineup, it's quite a young Redham side, but there's quite a few South African representatives in Amy Harding, Georgie Stopforth, Hannah Schubert, Lily Matthews, Mia Baxter-Elliott, LEILA BLOOMHALL. So, we've got a really good matchup here with the host team looking to have the edge, but I think if there's anyone that's going to take it to the St Stithians girls team, this Redham House girls team can do it.
100%, and it's certainly a Redham House team that is fighting back, and here is the St Stithians lineup. Just talk us through some of the threats in the St Stithians team, Sarah.
Yeah, so you just have to look at number 10, Jordan Vedderburn. She's had such an unbelievable year. She, started in the SA Under-17 team last year, and she's worked her way to going to the SA national team ladies with FINA World Championships this year, and was starting for the ladies team. So not only are we looking at one of the best schoolgirls in the country, we're looking at one of the best ladies in the country. And TATUM LOMAX there, it's kind of a left-right 1-2 punch. Jordan plays on the left and posts up, and TATUM is the fastest schoolgirl in the country on the right. So you've got some other really good players that have played nationally as well, SHAKIRA January, Tash Trotsky, but it's also quite a young St Stithians side. I would say where the edge can come from Redham is that number one, their goalkeeper for St Stithians is quite young, whereas Redham has the upper hand there on the goalkeeper front. But Redham is going to have to step up defensively to be able to neutralize some of these big shooters.
100%. And a little earlier today, we had an opportunity to interview some of the captains and players of these two girls' schools, and down to you guys there at the interview center.
I'm here with the St Stithians College girls first team co-captains. Girls, introduce yourselves, please.
Hi, I'm Jordan Wedderburn, and I'm Nicole Crinier.
Girls, both of you played in last year's final, and this is the second final in 2 years. Excited?
Very excited, a little bit nervous, but we're ready. Yeah, very excited to play Redham. Haven't played them in a while, so it'll be good to see what they bring.
Obviously, last year you never won. You never won the tournament, but you've learned a lot. What are you going to bring to this game from learnings from last year?
I think that we have a lot more experience now, and last year we were very unfortunate. We lost in the last 10 seconds of the game, so I think that having that experience and knowing that we can deal with the pressure will really help us this year.
Your coach Pierre Leroux, tell us a little bit about him.
He's been coaching us for the past 4 years, so we have a really strong bond with him, and the whole team is got a good vibe going, so it's really nice to have him backing us in this final.
Well, congratulations on making the final, and we're all rooting for you.
Thank you so much.
I'm standing here with the coach of St Stithians Girls College, Pierre Leroux. Pierre, tell us a little bit about the St Stithians road to the final.
We had quite a nice start on the pool games. One tricky game against Sterling in the last pool game, but normally that happens when the top two teams face each other. And then a very convincing quarter-final and a very convincing semi-final win by the girls. They're looking sharp. They're looking ready for the medal match.
Obviously, very nice that the girls are in the final. It's home support. Are you expecting a big crowd, big support?
Yeah, you'd always hope so. It's when you go down to Cape Town and play Redham there, they get the masses out. So we're hoping today to see the whole of Gauteng and all the Gauteng schools supporting us. It would be great.
Thanks so much for your time.
Cool, thank you.
I'm here with Nicola Barrett and Matt Logan, the manager of Redham Girls and the coach of Redham Girls. Matt, tell us a little bit about the preparation leading up to this point.
We had the Mackenzie Cup tournament down in Cape Town about a month ago, which was really good for us. We got through to a final. Unfortunately, we didn't win that, but we learned quite a lot from that. And over those 4 weeks since that tournament, we've had a good training regime, and we're ready for the final today. So let's hope it goes well.
Nicola, being manager of a team, it's not an easy job, but the unsung hero of the team. Tell us a little bit about that.
So I've actually recently joined Redham. Really proud to be a part of this team. They've really made it quite easy for me as a manager. Consistently bringing the heat to every game. Pretty much there to support Matt with stats on the bench and things like that. But the girls have been phenomenal in all aspects, you know, especially in the organising and coming up to this day in the final, which we're very excited about.
Congratulations. Matt, just a little bit about these moments. Final, it's a big moment, and it calls for steely nerves. Tell us a little bit how you prepare your girls for that.
Yeah, well, we've trained hard. We try to work on the big match temperament. We had a tough semi-final where we were in control, and we let the game slip a little bit, and Rodine came back really strong, and we ended up going to a penalty shootout where we managed to hold our nerve. We're lucky to get through on a penalty shootout, but that's what happens in water polo. Now we're ready for the final. So we try to take the stress off the girls. We try to deal with that on the bench with the manager, the coach, the assistant coach. We try to take the stress away from the players and let them just concentrate and focus on their job. So that's pretty much how we do it.
Fantastic. Thanks so much for your time, and good luck for later today.
Thank you very much.
I'm standing here with the Redham Girls First Team co-captains. Girls, please introduce yourselves.
Hi, I'm LEILA BLOOMHALL.
I'm GEORGIE STOPFORTH.
So congratulations on making it to the final. Are you excited about what's about to happen?
Yes, very excited to play Saints because we haven't played them in a while.
We've trained really hard for this moment, and I think it's about to pay off, so we hope it all goes well.
Tell us a little bit about the road to the final. Tough games and close games that led up to this moment.
Yeah, so we got into a penalty shootout in our semi-final, and we pulled through. So it's been a hard journey, but I think it's come right.
Phenomenal achievements for the boys and the girls to be in the final of this prestigious tournament. Are you proud? You're proud to have such a good water polo tradition at Redham?
Yeah, because Redham's main, majority, their main sport is water polo. So it's very good to have both teams finally in the final, because last year none of them made it. So this year it's good to pull through.
Girls, good luck, and we'll see you in the final.
Thank you.
Right, here we are back in the pool, ready to, the players are getting all ready here, the results of this final matchup. You see Redham and St Stithians both dominating both sides in their pool and in their quarterfinals and semi-finals. Sarah, you were involved in the girls section as a coach of the Pearson team. Just what do you think? Are these two teams the rightful finalists?
Yeah, I think, Clarendon just took bronze as well. I think coming into this, I thought maybe Clarendon would have been in the final, but they ended up meeting a really strong St Stithians in semi-finals. But yeah, I think they've got this right. St Stithians had a fairly easy pool compared to quite a lot of the other pools, but in saying that, their crossovers then would have been a little bit more difficult. So I think we're seeing the best two teams in the tournament in the finals.
Yeah, looking at those scores, there's not much between the two, but between the sides, I mean, really strong competition on the girls' front this year. And it all bodes well for both this tournament as well as South African polo, being an under-18 FINA World Champs year next year.
Exactly, and considering that this is also a stayers tournament, which means there's no matrics, so this is the first time really that we're seeing all of the top teams in the same tournament without their matrics, which makes it quite difficult for the teams. First time of the year that you're playing without your dominant big players. It's quite a navigation, to have to try and play around and through that, which means that this tournament has a lot of really close results because everyone is in the same boat. So I think that girls water polo in general is really going to look strong, but it's boding well for what's going to come next year, because all of these teams, what you're seeing now is what you're going to see next year in the beginning of the year with all of your top girls tournaments.
100% is that educational shift for those grade 11s, taking on the senior caps and taking on that responsibility and accountability. Certainly something that all sportsmen, men and women, need to learn from school sport, which is awesome. And here we have the pool is set up beautifully with the Marmiston goals, and here we have the lineup. There is GEORGIE STOPFORTH, one of the co-captains of the Redham side.
And she's had a lot of experience. I mean, both her brothers and siblings have played. You see Hannah Cato there in the screen. That's the goalie we've been talking about. Amy Harding, really good player. I think, we're going to be looking at Tara Hastings a lot for defensively, and then Hannah SHUBERT at the top with a big, strong shot.
Yeah, that Redham side, a lot of threats from all around, both in the up front and on the perimeter.
Welcome to the final of the St Stithians 2019 Water Polo Tournament. We welcome our girls finalists from Redham, Cape Town, playing in white caps today. Number 1, Hannah Cato. Number 2, Amy Harding. 3, Hayley Hansen. 4, Tara Hastings. 5, Georgie Stopforth. 6, Hannah Schubert. 7, Lily Matthews. 8, Georgie Bester. 9, Mia Baxter Elliott. 10, LEILA BLOOMHALL. 11, Ruby Mitchell. 12, Tamsin Evans. 13, Stella Binneman. They are coached by Matt Logan and managed by Nicholas Molyneux. Playing in blue caps today, St Stithians Girls College. Cap 1, Veronica Keys. 2, Frankie Gush. 3, Natasha Trotsky. 4, Jenna Locher Clark. 5, TATUM LOMAX. 6, Olivia Sim. 7, Shakira January. 8, Bianca Kennelly. 9, Nicole Cronier. 10, Jordan Wedderburn. 11, Samantha Vary. 12, Amy Fitzsimons. 13, Madison Howarth. They are coached by Pierre Leroux and managed by Jessica Penny. Our referees for today, Tim Reselman and Paige Meacham. Good luck to both teams. Just a reminder to the team managers and coaches, you are allowed 2 timeouts, and if we get there, it will be 5 penalties if there is a penalty shootout. As soon as the teams are ready, referees, we can start.
And there you have the captains having a little discussion with both referees, Tim Reynoldsman and Paige Meacham. Tim from originally from Cape Town, now in Johannesburg, and Paige Meacham from East London. Both referees having had a good tournament. I feel the matches that I've seen them ref.
Yeah, and it's really nice to see a female ref. I think Paige is actually the only female ref that's here. Oh no, Jess Penny ref as well a little bit, the manager of St Stithians. But it's awesome to see such a amazing female ref coming through the ranks and ranking in a final. And then Timmy Reselman, he's one of the up-and-coming refs in South Africa, originally actually from Redham, went to Redham, and now in Joburg, working here and coaching here and playing here. So I think we've got 2 of the best officiating here this girls' final, and we really are set for a cracker. We're close to getting going now. Teams are getting in the pool, and I think nerves must be quite high, but the best players and the best teams are the ones that are able to step up when the pressure is at its highest. So I think this first couple of minutes is really going to set the tone to see if both teams have come out to play or if one team is going to dominate. And I'm really hoping we're going to see a really close final.
Bottom of your screen there is David Clark, the headmaster of Redham Constantia. And as you can see, the crowd is all here. Both parents have flown up and siblings have flown all the way from Cape Town to watch their girls play from Redham, and then obviously the host side. It's quite difficult for a lot of supporters. They, obviously with the rugby being on, they are torn between, but it's really awesome to see the support out here this afternoon. And it's an absolutely magnificent day for water polo. Really nice and hot here at St Stithians. And this setup is simply outstanding, and I would say probably world class, Sarah. And you've been around a lot at a lot of international and FINA tournaments, both for South Africa and as well as Australia. What are your thoughts of this sort of facility?
Yeah, I mean, I've been blessed enough to play all over the world in some of the most amazing facilities, but we really do have world-class facilities here in South Africa. St Stithians has, we've been able to play 3 games going at the same time in a tournament, which is kind of unheard of. So it's, as you said, an absolutely beautiful day, but you couldn't get a more beautiful and picturesque setting here at St Stithians. And it's a world-class event for a team and both teams that can hopefully put up a world-class performance.
Right, and Redham girls have just jumped in the water, and that's Timmy Reselman and Paige Meacham, as we've said, your 2 referees. And girls just jump in, the starting 7, just sort of warming up their shoulders, a couple of last-minute shots just to get their eyes in, and we're set to go in a couple of minutes. Really exciting stuff here. There's the whistle, Tim Reselman calling for teams to line up. ready for the swim-off.
So looking at the starting lineup, you can see here we've got TATUM LOMAX on the right with SHAKIRA January on the left. Here we have Nicole Cronje, we have Jordan Vederburn. It looks like she's going to go and sit up front, which is going to be a few problems for Redham unless they can really neutralize her. But I think looking at who's going to match up with her, we've got a really good centre back in Tamsin Evans there for Redham, and it's going to be a good game. Here we go.
Right, and we're underway here with the first swim-off in the first quarter. It's 4-7 stop-start. The entire tournament has been 4-5, so a little bit extra time here in these final matches, and it's the Stithians with the first position, looking to move the ball up the pool. Is Lomax moving the ball down the right-hand side. Tight press here from Redham. Redham traditionally are quite dynamic in their defence, looking to press, strangle. This is good defensive work
Really
at the top of the D.
You can see they're dropping off that weak side of the pool there. But pressure passing here is going to be quite a big one. You can see Tatum's going to go and set double centre there.
And not much time left on the shot clock, 4 seconds.
Overpass.
Bit of a Hail Mary pass there, and it's well defended by Redham, and now Redham on the counter-attack.
Johanna Schubert's bringing the ball up here. You can see St Stithians are most probably also going to play a tight press. I think it's going to be a battle of the tight press today and the pressure passing. Then Redham have no centre at the moment. Here we go. Tamsin Evans coming to sit.
A dynamic movement here from Redham, looking to set up their centre forward. It's a bit of a sort of individual battle here. 2 seconds left on the shot clock with the just over the top there. Not a bad effort from Redham, and now it's St Stithians back on the attack. Just both teams sort of sussing each other out, a bit of an arm wrestle at the moment.
100%. I think we're going to see a lot of outside shooting from Redham today.
Just in picture there was Matt Logan, coach of Redham, trying to rally his troops there. And again, opting for the tight press is Redham.
We have a zone here. So you see we have Tamsin dropping there.
Really good defensive effort here by BLOOMHALL. And Trotsky looking for opportunity out the back, working the ball around, looking for their centre is St Stithians College.
Big
hold there. It's
Jordan Vederburn. Looks like one referee called the reversal. Now the one blew the foul, but we're going for the reversal, yeah.
It's a reversal, as you see there. There's the girls holding the costume. You can't hold the costume in ladies water polo, and so that's resulted in the turnover foul.
Something that you're not used to there, Blue. The costume holding and suit grabbing in women's water polo is quite a huge part of the game.
100%.
Oh, we have our first exclusion of the game, and that's actually quite a big one considering it's Jordan Vederburn, number 10. So she's in a little bit of foul trouble early, which is quite a good tactic from Redham's side. Let's see what they've got here on the power play, moving the ball up around the top.
Trying to shift the ball
There's
to
a big
the right.
shooter up top in Schubert. Oh, good save.
Very good save from St Stithians goalkeeper Keys. Very outstanding work here, and there's only a few seconds left of this extra man power play. Can Redham dominate here? This is Stopforth out the back.
Schubert up top. Up, right over.
The radar a little bit off there, and opportunity missed. Here's the replay. You can see the shift movement of Redham looking to open up 2-on-1, opening up the centre of the pool, and good bounce on, great save.
Great save
from Keys, and it's St Stithians now back on the counter attack. Setting up again, nice and wide is the D for St Stithians College.
We have Nicole Cronje up in centre forward. We have a little bit of a drop there coming.
An ordinary foul. A quick ball here. And it loost like it's on here for St Stithians College. Can she finish? That's a great goal. Outstanding goal there from Sim, Olivia Sim. Also her brother played for the St Stithians first team a couple of years ago. So it's a great start for the home side there.
Yeah, just defensively, Redham gets a little bit caught up. They've got a drop coming from that side, and then when the ordinary foul is blown, you have two players that are both marking the same player, no one going back over. So good communication. So you can see here she's left all the way open. Redham's defense is caught out, and it's a great finish.
A little donut there, good finish there. Now it's back in the centre forward. Yeah, this is Tamsin Evans working hard to get the exclusion, and it looks like Trotsky's going to take 20 seconds to cool down.
Yeah, so Tash Trotsky is known to be a really good defender. She's a centre back. She's getting caught there a little bit on that side with no zone. Yeah, we have good power play move again. Second chance for Redham.
Again, Redham opting to pull it from the right-hand side, looking to open up a 2-on-1 on the far side of the pool. And it's a
great goal by Hannah Schubert.
Great effort from Hannah Schubert there. Good finish. She was under huge amounts of pressure, and scores are levelled. Hannah Schubert had 2 defenders on her back and still able to finish with a bounce shot down the middle. Great finish there from the ladies from Cape Town.
Yeah, we spoke a little bit about that, right? That the outside shooting from Redham, and they've had 2 power plays now. They missed the first one with a good save. The second one they made sure they put away. You can see balls coming to centre, but unfortunately the centre forward's not looking where the ball is. It's an easy steal for Redham there.
BLOOMHALL working well at the centre back for Redham House, and this is now Amy Harding carrying it up on the right hand side of the pool. Working hard.
She's really good at trying to get around. She's quite sneaky. What she lacks inside. She's quite short, Amy, but we always say that she's got the most fight out of anyone. So when she gets that ball on that side of the pool, she's always looking to turn.
Yeah, good hard work there. A little bit of protesting from off your screen there from Matt Logan, the Redham coach, looking for seeing if he could try and twist the ear of the referee. But now against the Stithians, opting for a wide D. Very good defense here from Redham. It's really good defense here from Redham, Sarah.
They're
really
such a good job.
strangling the St Stithians College girls.
They really are, and they're dropping also from the right places. You know, we saw a little bit of a miscommunication early, which can happen easily, but if they sort that out, I think they're doing a really good job. Some holding there at centre forward, which forces the turnover, and now you've got your big shooter coming up down the middle of the pool.
This is Veterburn right down the middle of the pool, and then we open on the left-hand side of the pool here. Looks like Sim carrying hard. Another great finish. Great finish. Apologies, it's not Sim, it is LOMAX who's finished that. An outstanding finish from St Stithians College, taking advantage of that counter-attack. A mistake from Redham House with the holding and the contra foul up front, and St Stithians making the girls from Cape Town
No, I think you were right. That was Olivia Simmer, second goal of the game, number 6. So she's been open twice on that left-hand side of the pool, and both times on that counter-attacking opportunity she was open, and she's clinically finishing, which is awesome. They've given her a break, well-deserved break.
And ball now on the top far side of your pool, looking for opportunities here. Big hard work in the centre forward position. But a drive on the left-hand side. And great
lob.
Outstanding long-range shot there.
SHUBERT again. And so you see there with the centre forward player of I think that was Tara Hastings there at centre forward. It's forcing the zone off of one of the biggest shooters for Redham, and she just took her time, big balk, and then a nice lob over the head there. So that's also SHUBERT's second goal of the game. So far we have 2 players really stepping up on the attacking point.
It's 2 minutes, 20 seconds left in the clock there. Just coming over the shoulder, and it's the first power play opportunity for St Stithians. What can they do?
Yeah, Veterburn drawing really big and strong in there.
Good movement of the ball and a
great save.
Very good save. Very different, contrasting styles there. Quick movement of the ball from St Stithians College, looking for the opportunity early, whereas Redham being a little bit more patient on their power play opportunity. And perhaps we'll see what will happen and look at both the Redham team looking to try and shut out any passing opportunities.
That one, I think she was trying to go for a little bit of a lob there, catching the goalkeeper out. But, you know, for those of you that don't know the new rules, you'll see here when you get a power play move, you actually only have 20 seconds now. So you have to really finish your extra man, and really one bad pass can move you. If there is a 2 meter, you also only get a 20-second repossession. So for those of you that aren't quite familiar with the new rules.
And Baxter Elliott now with the... And it's a reversal again in the centre forward position. And as well, part of those new rules is you play the ball from where it lies. So this is now an opportunity for St Stithians with Sim up the left-hand side of the pool. There's Coach Pierre Leroux instructing his charges, and it's looking at entry pass. And again,
we've actually had 3 turnovers in a row now from Suit Holding. So both teams are going to have to. The referees are setting the precedent early. We have a counter-attack up the middle of the pool. Good favour. And a 5 meter.
Georgie Stopforth working really well in the centre forward position. Great pass from the other side of the pool. And
got a little bit lucky with the skim there of the ball. It landed right in front of Georgie Stopforth, but she, held the player up. We got a penalty here coming from LEILA BLOOMHALL.
And frustration in Coach Pierre Leroux. Obviously a soft turnover just from an unforced error on the far side. And a good finish, great finish there from LEILA BLOOMHALL. And it's Redham with the 1-goal advantage here with just 1 minute 15 seconds to go in this first quarter.
Yeah, LEILA, you know, she's been one of those players that was in the SA Under-16 setup, and in the last year, she's really stepped up. You can see she's also marking centre back there, and she does such a good job of really putting pressure on the centre forward, and she's have a big task with Jordan Vederburn in there. You can see they have a huge battle going on, but then able to come over.
Here's an opportunity here for St Stithians College.
Oh.
And St Stithians with a great goal.
TATUM LOMAX.
Immediate comeback there from TATUM LOMAX for St Stithians College. This sneaky there, defender took her eye off her, stuck round behind, great pass over the top, and LOMAX with the finish. It's 3-3, minute to play.
She's one of the sneakiest, fastest players in girls water polo. She is someone that you have to keep your eye on at all times, and you could just see there. Watch this replay, sneaky, she doesn't get it, but she doesn't stop and just pushes that ball in.
Great finish there from St Stithians College. Now it's Redham opting for the two centres, working hard here. That's a good defensive effort from St Stithians.
Oh, TATUM LOMAX is up the right, no one marking her. Okay, we all even.
Now it's LOMAX on the far side of the pool, looking for drives coming down the middle. Second wave of attack. You'll see that
Redham's playing really strong defense there.
Very good defense from them, but you'll see every time a foul is played, you'll see the girls throw the ball up in the air. The new rule state you must play the ball immediately, so you can't hang on to it, so you'll see them all forced to play the ball.
And playing the ball means the ball has to leave your hand, no balking. So you'll see if you balk, it's a complete reversal. Ball coming into centre here. There's a bit of a drop. Ordinary.
Yes, Georgie Stock having BLOOMHALL with the opportunity, throwing over the top. I think she was judged to be inside the 6 metre.
See Nick Molyneux on the screen there. Long shot.
Not a bad effort there from number 10 for Vederburn. Not a bad effort from St Stithians at the end there, but
end
we
of
are
quarter one,
3-3.
locked up. I'm really glad that we're seeing this. You know, we're seeing really strong play, defensive play from both teams. We've seen really consistent reffing. You know, they're blowing the reversal for suit grabbing on both sides, and we're seeing some good play with regards to outside shooting. I really think we're in for a really good game here. You see, first quarter, at the moment we've had 2 goals from Olivia Sim from St Stithians, 2 goals from Hannah Schubert from Redham. You can see Redham huddling up there. Both coaches are going to be giving some big instruction. It's always, you know, after this first quarter, you kind of see what the tempo of the match is going to be, and this is where the coach really comes into play. You can start changing your tactics a little bit. You know, you can start, you know, give your girls that encouragement of, look, we're in this. Nerves have settled a little bit, and this is when you really start getting into the groove of the game. And
Pierre Leroux there instructing his charges, ensuring that they come out and try and score first in the second quarter. And really hard work here. And those of you who are watching this and not watching the rugby, it's locked 9-9, South Africa versus Wales. So those of you with 2 screens in front of you will know what's going on. But
yeah, you can see Pierre there giving some instructions to his girls. You know, like the girl said in the opening statement, he's been with them for quite a few years. For a lot of these girls who are in grade 11, you know, they've had him for their whole career at St Stithians, so they know him really well. He knows them really well. Same with Matt Logan. You know, he's been a permanent fixture of Redham House. You know, he's moved from coaching juniors this year to coaching seniors. I think he has a really good rapport with these girls. I think from both sides, the message is going to be very clear on what the message is going to be for now going forward into the second quarter.
Paige Meacham in picture, our referee. And now Pierre Leroux has certainly put St Stithians water polo on the map in the last 4 years. He's managed to take them all the way to number 1 for a number of those 4 years. Pretty much all 4 years, I think he's ended up at number 1 at some point.
No, Pearson have been there. You know, it's been a massive battle between Pearson and St Stithians over the last 3-4 years. I remember last year in the final, it was Pearson versus St Stithians, and Pearson ended up winning in the last 10 seconds of the game. So these girls have all been here before. They know what it's going to take. They know what it takes to lose this, and they desperately want it. So, you know, here we go. Swim off is gone.
Paige Meacham throwing the ball into the pool, and it's
Red ball. Oh. St Stithians ball came over her head there.
Really tight swim off there, and it's Cronje with the ball. Cronje being pressed by Baxter Elliott. It's good work there by Baxter Elliott. Difficult to get the pass away. And,
ordinary foul there at centre forward. These players are doing a really good job. Redham players are defending there at centre forward. It's great steal there at the top.
And that's great work by Georgie STOPFORTH, and it's now Redham House on the counter attack. It's Cronje with the ball in hand. looking for a cross pull pass. Stretch the defenders here. It's St Stithians immediately into the front mark position, and good ball into centre forward.
Great forward to centre forward. There's exclusion there. That's great work there. Great work by Georgie Bester. We got another power play movement. We have Mia Baxter bringing it in. You see Redham with their power play, they like to slow it down.
Oh,
as I said that. Outside shot, good save by the goalkeeper. Not enough on that skip shot.
Commentators curse Sarah.
Absolutely.
Just as you said, that shot came quite quickly, and it's now St Stithians with their first opportunity of this, or second opportunity of this quarter.
I think that's what it's going to come down to at the end. Is going to be which team draws the most exclusions and can actually finish it. You know, we're seeing the game of water polo with 6-on-5 opportunities at the moment. Redham have had the upper hand. They've had 3 6-on-5 opportunities and only finished 1 at the moment.
And looking for their centre here is St Stithians. Oh, and it's a
close
throw. Very fortunate for BLOOMHALL there, throwing the ball away, and here goes
TATUM LOMAX.
LOMAX with an opportunity.
So you see she's really sneaky on that right-hand side. She likes to get around her player. The team will always be looking for a counter-attack opportunity coming here with the inside water drive. We've got Amy Harding coming through. She will look to try and turn.
Good scramble defense from St Stithians College. You have
suit grabbing again. Turnover on suit grabbing.
It's Madison Hayworth on the bench for Redham House. St Stithians slowing things down a little bit, catching their breath, trying to suss out this Redham House
SHAKIRA
defense.
January sitting there in centre forward.
Ball comes in, great pass.
Exclusion here.
Another exclusion.
So let's see, it's 4-2 setup. Both teams opting for the 4-2 setup. Ball to Nicole Cronje. You've got to watch TATUM LOMAX on that right side.
Looking to open up the post here. Not the greatest of passes, and it's finished. It's a great finish here by January. And good power play from St Stithians College, although
Pierre Leroux doesn't look very happy. I think that was an unlucky overpass that ended up landing to unmarked SHAKIRA January on that 3 post. So really good finish by SHAKIRA January there. And Redham obviously were offering for the rush defense, which means then that defender coming over, as you can see, the defender coming over hasn't quite got there yet. And it allows SHAKIRA January to just pick the ball up and put that in the corner.
Potential call for penalty there from Pierre Leroux. I think maybe he was a bit upset that, or thought that his player was impeded. But there's Redham House on the counter-attack. Working
great defense by Nicole Cronje. You know, Amy Harding looks to turn every time, and she's just counter-spinning, and we've got a counter-attack coming up the middle of the pool. There's a 3-on-2 up the middle of the pool there.
There's a 4-on-3. Here we go. Can St Stithians capitalize on this opportunity?
Slowing it down.
January with the ball on the near side of your picture.
We have Jordan Vedderburn coming to sit centre.
Another exclusion.
And there's no one marking her. She's going to get the ball.
And just over the top. Looks like Georgie STOPFORTH was the offending player there, and a lucky let off for Redham House. A great shot over the top, bounce shot over the top. Very difficult to block those bounce shots. You never know which direction is going to come off the water.
She had a lot more time than I think she knew, but you know, Redham needs to slow it down a little bit. The momentum's kind of switched a little bit in St Stithians' direction now. They need to slow it down, just regroup.
And this is Georgie STOPFORTH just after being ejected. Now she's coming up the pool. But lucky there with that foul. Not the greatest of passes. Looks like Amy Harding was swamped by dark cap defenders. And this is Harding really trying to work hard to release the pass there in a speculative shot.
So watch, Jordan's not marked at all. She has a lot more time than she thinks. Great skip shot, but unfortunately going wide.
There's a really good shot there from Jordan Vedderburn. And this is January. Good pressure on January here.
So you'll see there's an isolation at centre forward. We can expect the ball to come in now.
Ball into centre forward, as you said. Here goes.
Good marking, just easy foul. Jordan Vedderburn earning the exclusion again of number 10, LEILA Blamehall.
I think LEILA Blamehall. It's a great goal there, and St Stithians are now stretching their lead to 2 goals. This is now 5-3.
So we spoke a little bit about this before. Number 10, Jordan Vedderburn, you know, she is one of the best players. She's there going, turning, earning the exclusion, quick 1-2, getting the ball back. And then, you know, the shot wasn't the greatest shot. You'll see now when they play the replay. But lucky it just slid under the goalkeeper's arm. There's an overpass on the other side. Great defense there by Jordan. You'll see the replay. Comes up.
Big ball. Bang straight under the arm.
Right under the arm of the goalkeeper.
A really good shot there from the St Stithians centre back. And so now St Stithians again up front, looking for the centre opportunity.
Oh dear.
Great defence from Redham. Potentially opportunity for an exclusion there, but really good work there from Redham. And now this is carrying the ball up here is SHUBERT. SHUBERT looking for the far side. And ball now up at the other end of the pool.
So you'll see with these new rules, when you have to play yourself, what it means is that the defender has to drop, but as soon as you play yourself, they have access to come back onto you. So if you're playing a really tight press, the minute your defender plays the ball, you're able to go and press her again, which means that if there's a lot of pressure on you for passing, you'll see Redham's being put under quite a lot of pressure at the moment.
And this really good work there at the back end. We have a twist from Jeremy. Robert Phillips, bring it home, Redham. It's
great to have the support. You know, we don't have a lot of Cape Townian schools here at this tournament for girls. In the boys section, we've got an all Cape Townian final. But from the girls' side, there are not very many schools from Cape Town, so I'm sure all the Cape Townians are watching live stream at home, supporting Redham here. We have Redham in the girls and the boys final today, so really good showing from Redham House in this tournament. We have inside water drive here. 5 meter.
5 meter penalty. Bit of a
off of Bianca Kennelly there. You just see that ball side drive shows how defensively, if you're not on the ball side, it opens you up for a lot of problems. And we have Georgie Stopforth here taking the penalty.
Interesting call there, Sarah, with that penalty. Penalties should be called in between the posts, and one got the feeling that there is a great finish there by Georgie Stopforth. But as I was saying, the Redham girl was just on the outside of the post there.
She was. It's a bit of a touch and go one. If I was refereeing, I probably would have given an exclusion, but it's very difficult watching from up here, and they've got that bird's eye view over there. So, you know, Georgie Stopforth finishes it. Really nice bounce shot there, skip shot, which takes Redham to within 1. Game on.
And trying to close the gap here. 2 minutes. 2 minutes to go on the clock in the second quarter.
Ball up top with Jordan Veterburn with the double centre coming. Great defence. Ball's coming in to Natasha Trosky, I think that is. Lucky.
Really good defence there from Redham House, and it's 1 minute 45 to go, and it's Redham on the attack. Looking for a release pass.
You can see the teams are pressing out really far, which means that it's opening up, I'll say, the centre forward play a lot in this game.
Yeah, and it's Baxter Elliott just getting caught with the ball there, and it's now Georgie Stopforth coming in outside 6, and Georgie with the go, just wide of the goals there, and big counter
on that left-hand side.
It's Stithians on the counter-attack on the far side of the pool.
We have TATUM LOMAX coming down the middle of the pool. We spoke about how fast she is. You can expect a skip shot here.
And great finish.
Yeah, you can't. She's so fast. You can't leave her open. She'll come down the middle of the pool. You can see they're set up really wide to allow the space for her. And she's going to bounce that shot every time, and she's very rarely misses. So that's a great shot by TATUM LOMAX.
Yeah, and just the energy and the bit of impetus is going St Stithians' way here. Certainly taking advantage of every counter-attack opportunity and making Redham pay for their mistakes. Another mistake there from hard defence.
So we have the replay here. You see TATUM's left all by herself. She comes in one balk and slots it cross cage.
That's a great shot there by TATUM. Ball in and great defence here from Veterburn.
Unfortunately, TATUM also gets it. We've got an overlap here on this side next to her. So we have a counter-attack on the other side. Great finish by Tara. Great finish. She's a great shooter.
Tara Hastings there, and again there's Redham making St Stithians pay for a mistake, a reverse or contra foul.
So, you know, it's quite difficult for some of these girls that have played international water polo in TATUM LOMAX and Jordan Veterburn and a couple of the others. It's such a physical game overseas where a lot of the turning, kicking and going is allowed overseas. And at school level, we tend to kind of reverse that quite a lot. And we have to be able to adapt to the referees. And you see TATUM there is going for a strong turn. We see we've got Nicole Cronje up top. Jordan's left alone. And she's not going to miss that.
And Jordan Veterburn making Redham pay for falling asleep a little bit on attack, and
nice little lob over there. The drive freed her up. She was all alone. Great vision there from Nicole just to pop her the ball and just a little pop over.
St Stithians keeping their 2-goal lead on the ladies from Cape Town, from Constantia. Ball comes over the top. This is Ruby Mitchell. Ruby Mitchell on the near side, looking for a centre forward. Working hard and
right over.
Ordinary foul.
Georgie Stopforth is left open. Unfortunately, not a great pass. Can't control the ball.
Very lucky let off for St Stithians there. Georgie Stopforth deadly in that position with a good pass. And now
that's an over-aggressive foul there. Unfortunately by Georgie Bester, and that means they've got timeout called by Pierre for a power play move, and this is quite big. You know, there isn't a lot of time left in this second half, and if he's going to just call them, try and get a 3-goal buffer leading into half-time, which will really take the pressure off St Stithians and place it completely onto Redham. So Redham need a huge stop here on 5-on-6 defense, and St Stithians are going to look to make Redham pay for what was quite a silly exclusion. You know, just over-aggressive on that foul, which led to her being kicked out.
It's a coach killer, as we say often in sport. It's one of those fouls that can easily be avoided, but obviously the pressure mounting on Redham here, and just letting the frustration get the better of them at this stage. And Pierre Leroux giving some clear instruction there. Quite an animated coach is Pierre Leroux, and he's a bit of a perfectionist. Expects, you know, gives his all for water polo, has given his all for water polo over many years, both as the national captain, player, schoolboy player, and now coach. And he's been coaching the junior national teams and that. So it's he really has given his life to water polo in South Africa, and it's awesome to see someone with such passion on the side of the pool.
It's going to be interesting to see what power play move they have. A lot of coaches, you know, you practice these specific power play moves. They've only got 5 seconds left on the clock. 3, 2, 1, and she drops the ball, and that's the buzzer. No goal. So
saved by the buzzer.
Saved by the buzzer. With that drop pass, unfortunately, it meant that her shot was right after the buzzer, which lets Redham a little bit off the hook there, and we go into half-time now with a 2-goal lead for the home crowd. And you can hear the crowd in the background really rallying behind the home team here in St Stithians. Redham are going to have to really dig deep defensively to start, and then push and apply the pressure.
Now, Sarah, with the buzzer going before she released the ball, that would mean that Redham would start with a man down if they lose the swim-off, and there would be 12 seconds left of their extra man.
Exactly right. So she still had possession when the buzzer left, regardless of whether she threw the ball before the buzzer went. Did you see these stats here? Thanks to iSports Analysis and the analyst here providing us with these awesome stats. You can see both teams quite similar shot attempts, but Redham with the 2 penalty shots, just St Stithians with a little bit higher percentage on shot efficiency, but it's all coming down to the power play success rate. So if you look there, power play success for Redham, they're at the higher percentage here. But if you look at what's going on with actually the efficiency of the shots, St Stithians are putting away more of their opportunities. It's quite even, hey, Baloo?
No, 100%. It's very even, and thanks to Christy Mullender, in charge of the analyst. Well, she is the analyst, and her company to putting these stats together. It's really fantastic for all of us to see. And 2 goals in it, and St Stithians are probably feeling a little bit comfortable here, and Redham will have to dig really deep. But it is always this dreaded third chucker. Both of us being water polo coaches, Sarah, we know what it's like for a team. This changeover, a little bit of extra time. Sometimes teams don't react too well to that extra bit of time to overthink things potentially, and other teams come out firing. So it is the third chucker that is often key in these moments.
We call it the killer quarter. You know, the third quarter is the killer quarter. It's the quarter where games are won and lost. A lot of teams, especially teams that are up, you know, coaches get their most scared when you go into halftime up, because sometimes you can just relax a little bit in another team, and then the momentum changes leading into the fourth quarter. So we always say that the third quarter is the defensive quarter. You just want to play great defense in this third quarter, not allow another team to score goals on you, and just keep your calm. But yeah, we're hoping from a spectator's point of view that Redham comes back in this, and we're seeing a close contest. But at the moment, St Stithians have just been a little bit more clinical.
And certainly making Redham pay more often with the counter-attack. And as we've mentioned, I mean, TATUM LOMAX has been outstanding in her counter-attack and her speed up the pool. She's almost got jet-propelled swimming legs up the pool. It's certainly awesome to see the pace of this young lady. And here we have our referee just instructing the Redham team that they have to win the swim-off if they're going to go back to 6-on-6.
And it's 12 seconds. You can see Paige Meacham is there saying 12 seconds. So if Redham win the swim-off here, they'll come back to even. If St Stithians win the swim-off, they'll have 12 seconds of extra man.
And here we go.
See some of the cool supporters there. So awesome to see so many people supporting women's water polo. Oh, it's a great swim off by Redham. I mean, they're swimming against one of the fastest. That's great swim there. Who was that? That's from Hayley Hansen. Great swim by Hayley, which means that Redham don't have to be under pressure from man down. And we all even.
And it's controlling the ball up the near side of the pool. And
so see, Redham has no centre at the moment. She's getting pushed out. We're coming in from the other side.
This is BLOOMHALL looking for a layout pass, a bit of a drive there. Great work from January in the centre back position there, really cutting off the pass and making Tams and Evan work really hard in the centre forward position.
Oh, great. Not a great pass into centre forward.
And
3 seconds left on the shot clock, but she's inside 6 meters. We'll look for an outside shot here. Ah, the buzzer goes off.
And it's a little bit of holding happening in the middle of the pool there, and it's a counter-attack again from St Stithians. Good scramble defense from Redham. And St Stithians looking for the opportunity in the centre forward, and a 5-meter penalty.
No, she's blown the exclusion there. Number 4, oh, they've left, luckily. Okay, we have a 3-3 set up at the moment.
Yeah, interesting call there. Full turn on goal usually is a 5-meter penalty, as we've seen this tournament. So just obviously Meacham not thinking. It's a good attempt there. Really good hard work there from Redham.
You could see there that Hayley Hansen wasn't right over, so there was a shooting lane. The blocking wasn't really that good. TATUM giving TATUM LOMAX some space to shoot. Unfortunately, she just had a little bit too much power on that bounce shot, which hits the post. I think Redham got away with that there. A little bit lucky.
And Redham going up the pool. St Stithians, Redham opting for 2 centres here. Trying to get the ball in.
Great defence.
That's January there with this steal.
So you'll see.
That's
SHAKIRA January. You'll see here St Stithians where they have the upper hand is they actually have 3 specialist centre backs. You've got SHAKIRA January, you've got Nicole Cronier, and you've got forgetting the name, Tash Trusky. You've got 3 specialist centre backs. You've got Jordan Vederburn here with inside water. Oh, called for holding.
And it's now Redham on the counter-attack here. They're going to make and you can see the contrast in the 2 counter-attack styles. St Stithians ferocious in the way they're counter-attacking up the pool, and Redham just taking things a little bit easier, much to their coach Matt Logan's dismay, but they're opting for the 2 centres. Ball into centre forward.
Strong play. Oh, holding turn. So we're getting a lot of holding turnovers here, which you got to get the players they have to be able to adjust to what the referees are blowing. You know, they've been, and again another one.
Very frustrating as a spectator and a coach with the amount of contra fouls. But again, as you say, Sarah, you've got to adapt quicker.
You've got to. You know, you use your first quarter to see what the refs are going to allow and what they aren't, and then as a player, you need to adjust.
It's BLOOMHALL.
She's inside, unfortunately. So you'll see the referees put their hand up with a little bit of a 5 or what? They put up a hand to show if you're outside the 6 meter or not. So one of the new rules is that it's no longer a 5 meter foul and shot. You have to be outside the 6. So they put their hand up to show you if you're within the 6 meter range. And in that instance, she was outside.
And St Stithians looking up the pool.
You're looking in for their big, strong centre. She's going to turn.
Going for the opportunity. And that's great work from St Stithians College.
Jordan Vederburn, you know, we spoke about her, we keep speaking about her. It's going to be really difficult for Redham to play man-on-man against Jordan. I think there's going to have to be a zone. You'll see in the replay that there was someone dropping, but she's not really dropping. She's got her hand up, she's dropping, but she's allowing the ball to come in, and Jordan's just too strong. She turns inside, she keeps her hand on the ball, little lob right over the goalkeeper. I mean, there's nothing the goalkeeper can do there.
I mean, Hannah SHUBERT sitting behind in that instance. She's got to try and sit front if that's that semi-press. She can't be left so vulnerable. And here goes Redham up the near side of the pool, looking for an opportunity through BLOOMHALL.
We spoke about this before, you know, Redham, in order to be successful, they're going to have to neutralise their big players. And at the moment, Jordan Vederburn, I think that was her 3rd goal that she scored so far of the match.
And January looking for opportunity. Great defensive work here from St Stithians College, just controlling things at this point in time. Big pulling up front. And
there goes Jordan Vederburn again. She's kind of hit her stride. She's earning the exclusion, playing herself. They got a 4-2 advantage. I think that's LEILA Miriam's 3rd, actually. That is. She's out for the game, which is huge. Jordan Vederburn left with space and a little lob shot. That's a goal.
Goal called there by Paige Meacham. And it's St Stithians pulling away a bit from Redham now. And Redham losing their co-captain in BLOOMHALL.
That's a huge loss for Redham. She's their centre-back, starting centre-back, but really smart play there by Jordan Wedderburn, and St Stithians recognising that she's on 2 majors. You'll see in the replay here, Jordan just gets too much space. I mean, she's allowed to balk 2, 3, and then just lobs it over.
Very classy play there, and just
over the line. Redham's coming in second centre here.
Working hard is
An
Redham
ordinary foul. There's just the 3 centre forwards in the middle, unfortunately.
Hasn't played the ball yet, so there's another foul. And working hard here is Redham. Redham looking at a little bit of 6 and 7s at the moment, not really setting up any structure.
Yeah, Coach Matt Logan might need to blow a timeout here. If I was him, I would be blowing a timeout on the next possession just to calm his team down. You know, anything can happen. There's so much time. His team just seem a little bit flustered. You see Jordan's left alone again here at centre forward. She just sinks there, just 2 hands up by Hannah SHUBERT, which is much better. But Redham just need to calm down. They need to set up good attack. 1 centre forward to start. At the moment, they just look a little bit flustered.
Yeah, and taking their time at the pool here are Redham, just controlling things is Hannah SHUBERT. And
we've got man up here for Redham. We've got a 6-on-5 opportunity.
And Redham looking like they're opting for a 3-3 to start this extra man. And there you can see the 3-3 moving into a 4-2.
Oh.
And it's SHUBERT with the shot to the top. And just off the crossbar. And another let off for St Stithians. And Redham really needing to score these goals now.
Absolutely. Any opportunity they get. We've got a turnover now. Pablo is shouting for Redham. Thanks, Pablo. Let's hope that they can score a goal and kind of switch the momentum.
Lily Burke, come on girls, go Redham from Alison Worrell. Lots of support from the girls, for the girls from Cape Town. Really needed at this stage in the match with 4 goals the deficit.
Another turning hold. This is a coach killer. You can see Matt Logan. He's just putting his hands up in the air. We're in trouble here on SHAKIRA January on the counter attack.
And January's going up the pool there.
And we have Tash Trotsky. Oh, just a bad pass. Redham lucky to get away with that one, and now they're on the counter attack.
Baxter Elliott giving a pass up the pool. And this is Hansen looking for opportunity on the far side. Hansen with the ball now, looking for a long-range shot. And great save there. It's a great save for Veronica Keys.
We have 1.5 minutes left of this 3rd quarter. We called it the killer quarter, and at the moment, St Stithians really taking advantage.
SHAKIRA January quickly moving the ball up.
SHAKIRA January's got the ball back up top. You can see Redham are starting to zone a little bit more. Ball's coming back into centre forward. Ordinary foul. Ball up to Jordan Wedderburn. They're going to knock her down quite early. She's going to turn. Good defense there. We've got man up on the counter attack. Amy Harding. We've got a fast.
There we go, Redham. Oh, it's great work.
Great defense from Nicole Cornier there. Great defense. Redham have to just slow it down. There's a man coming from behind. You can see Redham, 2 of their players are sitting behind halfway here. They're going to have to all get up the pool if they're going to want to have an advantage, because the defense is able to just drop back onto their centre forwards.
And another contra foul. And the St Stithians bench looking a little bit more comfortable than what the Redham bench are looking. And it's far side of the pool here. There's an opportunity for St Stithians. Big foul. That's a big foul by Baxter Elliott.
Ball over to TATUM LOMAX.
TATUM looking for the opportunity. Good save.
By Hannah Cato there. Oh dear.
30 seconds to go. And a
Hannah
poor
Cato
pass.
Unfortunately passes it straight to St Stithians. And they're going to have the last say here with just under a second. 10 seconds to go with no pressure. Good save. She made up for that pass. We've got man up here, but with only 1.3 seconds to go, you'll probably find Redham will just hold the ball.
It's interesting. Matt Logan not opting for the shoot here. Oh, unlucky there for Redham. And the 3rd quarter goes to St Stithians College with a comfortable lead now, 4 goals, 9 goals to 5, leading Redham Constantia from Cape Town in the 2019 edition of the St Stithians Invitational Tournament here in Randburg in Johannesburg. There is the one form player this final. And it's been all St Stithians so far, but Jordan Vederburn really being dominant in her performance this afternoon. Just getting a little bit of power rate, and we have SHAKIRA January also been very impressive in her defense.
Defensively especially, she's been fantastic on defense. She hasn't really given much away. If you were Matt Logan now, what are you saying to the team?
Look, it's important. I think you actually at this stage with 4 girls down, you kind of got to back your man down defense and perhaps send girls early on that counter attack a little bit earlier. Certainly what I would be doing, and it's sort of risk it all at this point in time. High risk, high reward polo is what I would be playing. There's no point in trying to play conservative polo at this stage with a 4-goal deficit. Either you're going to let it slip or put pressure by going early, forcing the mistakes from St Stithians, and hopefully capitalizing on those at the far side of the pool.
Yeah, and I think you're going to have all 6 players attacking as well. At the moment in that third quarter, you started seeing, as the momentum started shifting towards St Stithians, you only had 3 players going up on attack. And I think in order for Redham to get back in this match, I think all 6 players are going to have to really push the counter attack. All 6 players are going to have to be involved in that attack, so that it's not so easy for St Stithians to just drop back on the centre forward play. But I think Redham have nothing to lose at this point. 1 quarter to go, so much can happen in 7 minutes of stop-start play. There's so much time for them to get back into this match, but at this stage they've just got to have serious belief that they can do it. And we're going to have someone step up big time with LEILA BLOOMHALL being out of the game.
Georgie best of there in picture. And there's no lack of experience on the Redham bench with their coaching staff, Nick Molyneux and Nicola Barrett, both exceptionally experienced water polo players in their own right, and will be perfect to be giving a little bit of motivation there from the bench.
For those of you at home watching the rugby, we're very excited up here. We've just seen we've gone up by 3 points with 1 minute or 2 minutes to go. So for those of you that are watching on both screens, our nerves are shot here, both with this final and with South Africa playing. Here we go. 4th quarter, last quarter.
4th quarter here, and Tim Reselman with the feed, and it's Redham House with the
great work.
Sum-off for winning the Sum-off there.
Amy Harding there.
Now ball came by Ruby Mitchell, going up the near side of the pool.
So you can see Amy Harding's getting pushed really far out there. She needs to get down to 2 meters. We really have to play 2 meter play. You can see it just cuts down the attack here.
Georgie Stopforth looking for opportunity up there.
With Tamsin Evans trying to turn inside. Great defense. She backhand turns. Oh, unfortunately another turning. Baloo's here. He's tearing out his hair with how many. And now with that leads to Jordan Vederburn. All alone. There's a 3-on-2. Oh, she made the wrong pass. You can see there she needed to pass that all the way over to Amy Fitzsimmons, who was open on the other side.
The Stithians are so quick on that counter, they'll make you pay for any mistake, and they're exceptionally good at their defense. Another mistake from Redham House, and it's...
we're really seeing, we can see now, any mistake that Redham's making, you can see the TATUM LOMAX is going to inside turn here.
TATUM LOMAX working hard, going straight for goal. She's turned away.
Oh, she should have carried on going.
Correct.
Got a player up top. We're still 3-on-3 here. You can see St Stithians are playing more defensively.
Big foul on Fitzsimons.
Fitzsimons
looking for the opportunity here. Fitzsimons with a shot.
Great block.
And again, still with the ball, still with St Stithians.
Turnover. Redham's got the ball. You can hear the bench is shouting, go, go, go. There's really working hard here to get the ball up the pool for Redham. But yes, SHAKIRA January is marking extremely well there at centre back. You can see she's completely defending that centre forward right out of the pool. She's had such a great defensive game, which really adds pressure.
And you can't here we go.
Ruby Mitchell, and we got an exclusion here. So Redham really have to time out here for Matt. He's yelling timeout. So now Redham have to put this one away.
Interesting call there, Sarah. A couple of chuckers ago, that was called a penalty.
100%.
So it's just things aren't going Redham's way at this point in time, and obviously everything's falling. The bounce of the ball, as they would say, is going, or the splash of the ball. I'm not quite sure what the terminology would be in water polo wise, but is going with the way of St Stithians College at this point in time. So let's see what power play move Redham can come up here with Matt Logan. But as you mentioned in the break, Redham just not getting the full 6 players up on attack. They're sort of sitting with 3 players, not knowing what to do, and you cannot attack sitting on 5 or 6 meters.
No, and then you see there with, I think that was Ruby Mitchell, when they do have a little bit of space, they're lethal. Ruby Mitchell got a little bit of inside water and earning the exclusion. So, you know, they can draw these exclusions. They just need to make sure that they're all working up the pool. But we see Redham with an extra man opportunity. Looks like they're going for a 4-2 advantage. They really have to put this one away. Look to Hannah SHUBERT here, number 6. She's their big outside shooter. And number 4 as well, Tara Hastings. They've got 2 huge outside shooters at the top. So you can be sure that you're going to see probably a bounce shot here from one of the top players. But they're going to take it in to 2 meters. You can see they're pressing Tara Hastings there at the top, looking for a split defense. SHUBERT's going to come in. Amy Harding is popping there. Oh, on the post. Oh.
Great save there. Great save by Veronica Keys there for St Stithians College.
That's really difficult to catch that ball cross face on the post. So even though she's open, another turnover.
Another contra foul, unfortunately, for St Stithians College on the counter-attack.
But you'll see there it's very difficult to get the ball across your body it needs to go over to the wing first and then onto the post. But here we go. Come on, Redham.
And 5 minutes to go here. St Stithians with the 4 goals, holding on to their 4-goal lead.
Oh, another turning, another holding foul. Oh, Redham are they're just not learning from these holding fouls. I think that's Amy Harding's 4th or 5th turnover there from holding. But you'll see here, catching cross face is really difficult. She's off balance, she's on her back. If that ball goes all the way over to the wing, it allows her to catch on the strong side.
No, not the greatest of passes. They're forcing her onto her back. Needs to be a little bit in front of her face. But nonetheless, it's now an exclusion.
And TATUM LOMAX is open, and she's not going to. I mean, that's a cracker.
Absolute cracker goal.
She deserves a pack of Smarties for that one.
TATUM LOMAX.
It's really silly as well. You'll see that St Stithians aren't even bringing all of their players up the pool. They're only attacking with 2 players. So to get a kick out without any defensive effort down at the back just means that it's a 2-on-1 advantage. And if you see that replay, I mean, she couldn't have slotted that any better. Between TATUM LOMAX and Jordan Vedeburn, I mean, their shooting is just on point. Bar in.
Very, very quick play there. The exclusion hadn't even, the ref hadn't even finished blowing the whistle, and it was a goal. So it was a fantastic quick speed work, and that's been the story of St Stithians. Pouncing on opportunities quickly and getting the ball off the pool in the back of the net.
Yeah, defensively, I mean, look at Nicole Cronje just trapping the ball, trapping that possession down to 15 seconds now. So you'll see there's a drop here from Jordan Vedeburn. They're kind of saying, if you want to score goals, shoot from the outside. Oh, there we go.
Shot. Outstanding shot.
So, Jordan Vedeburn is dropping because, there's a centre forward that's isolated, but Tara Hastings took advantage there with such a great outside shot. It kind of given Redham a little bit of hope. There's still 4 minutes and 23 seconds left. There's still time to come back into this game.
That's just over 4 attacks for both teams. So
we watch this replay here. She gets some space, and it's an awesome cross-cage goal.
Outstanding goal. And here's an opportunity for St Stithians here, and it's a great save by Hannah Cato. And it's now Redham on the counter-attack. Can they make something work again? Redham are not looking they're not looking like they want to get up the pool enough. They've been worried about their conceding a goal.
Yeah, and then the pass is just coming a little bit too much on the inside. When you need to bring the ball up that right-hand side of the pool, it needs to come on the outside of the player. But another holding foul, which means Redham has an opportunity up at the front. Great pass, Amy Harding. Oh my goodness gracious, that's a huge call to make. Don't believe I agree with that one at all. You can see Matt Logan is absolutely losing his cool. That is a huge call to make. She's called Baloo, she's called a ball under rule there, right? And there's this controversy at the moment over these new rules, but a ball under is when you're dragging the ball under the water when there's somebody else close to you which could put their hand over the ball. Amy Harding is by herself there. She has every right to bring the ball under the water. That's a huge reversal. I don't know if I agree with that one, but anyway, we up top here, we're not the referees.
We're not the referees.
But yeah, Matt Logan is extremely upset with that call.
And I think you and I would both be too. But
absolutely.
That's a game-changing moment there, and it's Redham having an opportunity.
And another contra foul.
And really frustrating now for Redham House. And
timeout by Pierre. So you can see he just needs his girls to have a bit of a breather. I mean, that's huge. That would have gone 10-7 for Redham. Matt Logan's absolutely losing his cool there on the side. Yellow card there to Matt Logan. To be fair, I probably would have got the yellow as well.
I think I would have got the same thing. It's not always easy for referees, but that was a game-changing decision and not a great one at that key moment, and an unfortunate misinterpretation of the rules. But it's fallen again. It's fallen in the favour of St Stithians, and now St Stithians with just an opportunity just to take a breather and collect their thoughts and just finish off this game. It's really important for Redham now to throw everything at it. Certainly, if I was coaching, if I was Matt Logan, I would send the Hail Mary, send that cockroach up the pool, and hope, back your man down defence, and hope for the mistake that you can kind of, because you got to score now.
100%. I'm not quite sure. I'd love to see the stats on how many turnovers have been blown in this game. I think Redham have been on the receiving end of far more turnovers than what St Stithians have. A lot of holding turnovers from centre forward, but at the moment that means that you're giving the advantage to the defensive player when the ball is coming into centre forward instead of the offensive player, which unless the defensive player is sitting in front of the offensive player, the advantage should actually go the other way. So it's been interesting, but they've been very consistent with those calls.
Conservative from Redham. Here you go. Just off your screen, there's the girls are heading up for the pool early.
Tash Trotsky with the lob.
Oh, it's a great goal from Trotsky. Back-breaking goal for Redham House. But as we mentioned, Matt Logan sending his players up the pool early, and unfortunately counting against him. But you've got to risk it now. There's not much time left in the clock. It's just under 3 minutes to go. And Natasha Trotsky, outstanding goal, and looks like Redham have changed their keepers. It's Stella Binneman who's come in to play, a young keeper.
You'll see here on the replay they have to drop off onto Wedderburn, and there we go, an easy lob over the goalkeeper. It's quite difficult there.
And Redham looking for opportunities on the 2-metre line. Working hard here is Georgie Stopforth.
You're going to see a kick out here. Timeout called by Matt Logan. There's
timeout call.
Still 2 minutes and 36 on the clock, so there's still time. But they have to score here, Redham. You kind of feel that if they don't score this power play move, that the game is over. They're going to have to score. I mean, I must say that SHAKIRA January number 7, TATUM LOMAX number 10, and TATUM LOMAX number 5, and Jordan Wedderburn at number 10 have really controlled this game for St Stithians. Kind of broken the back, and then you see there with Jordan being so strong at centre forward, even though there's only two attackers and two defenders, they have to drop off onto Jordan, which allows then Tash Trotsky to just come in with a nice little lob over the goalkeeper. And now we're finding that Redham's under immense pressure, and they're going to have to put this away.
And I must commend some of the highlights, and this last goal from Trotsky. Great lob there into the corner. It's just unstoppable, and you know it's in when the ball leaves the hand. But really, big compliment to Pierre Leroux. Outstanding coaching. His girls are fit. His girls are aware, and they understand, especially how to defend and counter-attack has been their sort of the way they've played today. It's really been an impressive and dominant performance so far from St Stithians. So this is really last gasp here for Redham House. Can they convert? Same move as the last few, pulling from the right.
3-3, yeah.
And it's a goal. There it is. So
SHUBERT
bringing the deficit down to 4 goals. There's still a mountain to climb, bit of Everest, Sarah. It really needs some luck to go Redham's way now. As you say, the whistle hasn't really gone their way today, but need a bit of luck here to get back into this game.
Yeah, like you say, that Redham are going to have to take some opportunities now. They're going to have to leave early. You'll see now he's pulling players early because they have to, which means, though, that then Redham is going to have to play fantastic defense. Jordan Wedderburn here is alone in the middle of the goals. There's no drop on her, which is extremely dangerous. Luckily, there's a bad pass there into centre forward. There's only 3 attackers. They're going to give it back to her.
7 seconds to go here.
Don't foul. You don't want to foul her.
Almost like a penalty shot from 6 metres. Oh, just over the top there. Now Redham on the counter-attack. 1 minute 50 to go. This is it's only once or twice I've seen teams come back from this kind of deficit, Sarah, but it looks like it's sewn up here for St Stithians College. And Redham putting the ball into centre forward.
We're going to see an exclusion here, and they're going to...
Ball thrown away there.
So we have a 4-2 advantage now. Redham really once again have to put this away. We'll see if we'll see the same move. They've been popping Amy Harding from that 2-post, or 3-post actually. They've been popping her into a 3-3 position. onto the post. Oh, good save. Once again, Shakira January on the defensive effort has just been paramount. I mean, national titles and tournaments are won off of defensive efforts. And although Jordan and Tatum have been unbelievable up front, I must say that Shakira January has really set the defensive effort down at the back.
100%. And yes, St Stithians ball into centre forward, working really well. And it's another one. You just can't stop them at the moment. St Stithians College are completely tearing this Redham house side apart. This defence is, the attack has been outstanding, defence has been outstanding. And there you go.
That's her second goal of the game now, and that's in 2 in a row and 2 lobs as well. Just gave her a little bit of space. You'll see on the replay here, she gets a little bit of space. She does a layout, a little lob over the goalkeeper's head, and it's a goal. So for goalkeepers, when the ball comes into centre, if you jump early, it allows the centre forward with time to just pop it over their head.
And this is sort of playing for pride here. 1 minute to play for Redham. Another steal from January. Outstanding defensive performance from this young lady. Working really hard to get the ball up the pool.
Now St Stithians are just going to slow it down completely.
Just control, and Pierre Leroux better get his, and he has an, can't be a exclusion there, surely, Sarah, but it's, anyway, it's
we have 3-on-2 over here on manned up to Jordan. Unfortunately, it should have gone all the way over. In that situation, it's quite difficult. As a player, you just want to score the goal again, but as a coach, you actually want them to play the full 20 seconds. You don't actually need to score any more goals. You don't want to give Redham any more possession. With 24, 23 seconds left on the clock, Redham are going to try and finish strong. They're not going to give up. Amy Harding's going to turn. A full turn in front of the goals. Kick out. They've had a lot of opportunities.
They have indeed, and Redham will rue their opportunities here. There's Pierre Leroux's taking his shoes and socks off already. There's only 7 seconds to go. There you go, Redham with a little bit of consolation, and another fantastic save there from Veronica Keys. That's right. An outstanding performance from the host side. Yes, St Stithians Girls College, completely dominant, and the rightful winners of the 2019 St Stithians Stayers Invitational. Sarah, it's outstanding play from these young ladies.
Yeah, you know, and they've lost some huge players, St Stithians. You would have seen on the screen there was Jennifer Everett, who was their big, strong centre forward, who's in matric at the moment. They lost their goalkeeper in Zana Smith, you know, and they lost some other big players. And these young girls have just stepped up. Majority of them in their starting lineup are grade 11, and they've really stepped up, and they've filled those shoes. I must admit that Jordan Vederburn, Tatum Lomax, and Shakira January there just completely controlled the game, with Olivia Sim just doing her job. You know, when she was open, those 2 early goals in the beginning. But Redham just, the luck wasn't on their side either today. I don't believe that calls weren't going their way, and they weren't able to put away the opportunities that were there for them, you know. And I feel like they can be really proud with how they've played this tournament. While it hasn't gone their way, it hasn't been, the score says 12-7, but I really don't believe that reflects how close the game actually was.
100%. It's a great day out here, and great victory for the home side, St Stithians Girls College. Thank you to all of you supporters who tuned in. I know during the rugby, I know it's very difficult to split your attention, but thank you very, very much. And it's been fantastic. St Stithians College winning, South Africa winning, and the final score here for St Stithians Invitational, St Stithians College Girls College winning 12-7, beating Redham House from Constantia. And now we await for the boys' final. Yeah. Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, or welcome to you. This is St Stithians College Aquatic Centre here. A scorcher of a day in Randburg, 32 degrees, a little bit of wind, but not too bad down here at the Olympic pool. And we're about to see the first major tournament of the 2019-2020 season. With me in commentary is Mr. Paul Martin, the SA men's coach. Paul, what do you expect of today, and what have you seen of this tournament so far in terms of the boys section?
Firstly, great to be here, Graham. Thanks for the introduction. I think this year, this tournament's been highly competitive. You look at the quarterfinals, semi-finals, well, the quarterfinals at least, I think 3 of them went to a 1-goal game. So, yeah, there's 6-7 teams that could have won this tournament before it started. I think on form, the 2 best teams here have made the final. As far as I stand corrected, they played each other in the pool matches. And Sax ended up edging with Redham there. So, we're in for a proper match and a good encounter here this afternoon.
And here's the both teams sort of road to the final. As you can see, scores not much between the sides there, with Sax being dominant over Bishops in their semi-final, and as well as Redham over Clifton. And it has been an interesting way, interesting road for these 2 teams, meeting each other initially in the pool stages, 1 goal in it. And Sax on a bit of a rebuild after sort of a dream season in the 2019-2018 season, where they won every single major tournament that was about, and Redham sort of also been building for this. This is their strong year coming through. Hey, isn't that right, Paul?
I think this Redham team, some of these boys have been together since under 10, if I stand to be corrected. I think both of us might have coached a few of them back in their junior days. So, Redham have been building for this. This is definitely their season.
Boys final of the 2019 St Stithians Waterpolo Invitational. We welcome our 2 final teams from Sax and from Redham. Before we start with the lineup, there was some tragic news from Sax. One of the boys, Callum, was in a really bad car accident, and they would like to have 1 minute silence to remember their friend Callum. Thank you, everybody. Sacks playing in the white caps. Cap number 1, Alex Thomas. Number 2, Andrew Good. Number 3, Philip Dinnebrega. Number 4, Luke Button. Number 5, Joshua Lane. 6, Oliver Hartley. 7, Nick Rightford. 8, James Davis. 9, Nick Solko. 10, Nando Desi. 11, Liam Dawson. 12, Ross van Breda. 13, Keegan Pellissier. They are coached by Devin Card. The assistant coach is Jesse Singer, and the manager is Dave McKinnon. In blue caps, we have Redham Constantia from Cape Town. In number 1, we have Jack Woodburn. 2, Adam Lieberman. 3, Bruce Gardner. 4, Reece Sheldon. 5, Michael Lunn. 6, Connor Gregg. 7, Ricardo Pizzybone. 8, Alex Ackerman. 9, Jordan Harrod. 10, Jake Stain. 11, Sebastian Riley Nielsen. 12, Thomas Ackerman. 13, Nicholas Veldhuizen. They are coached by Ryan Vederman, and the manager is Nicola Barrett. Our referees for this final, Peter Lamarck and Amu Matakani. Good luck to these teams.
Right, and just after the lineup there, we have obviously some very sad news from the Sacks front. They'll be playing for their mate who was in their unfortunate car accident, tragic car accident earlier this week. So we have, it's an outstanding actually to have Redham House, Constantia, Paul, who've had both guys and girls playing in this final. I mean, the girls were unlucky to lose to host St Stithians College, but here another opportunity for the school to show what they've got here in this final.
I mean, the Redham girls team has historically been very strong here at this tournament, and as far as I know, it's the first time that both the Redham boys and girls first team have made the final at this tournament in the same year. So a big year for Redham coming up in the 2020 season.
100%, and they're just some of the names again for Redham there, and the boys just starting to warm up. Yeah, Redham House, Jack Woodburn. You know, the couple of the two Ackerman twins have been quite dominant in their performances throughout their career, and another one, Connor Gregg, someone to watch for this side. Sebastian Riley Nielsen, another really good player, key player in this Redham side, and don't forget there, Jack Woodburn, there he is in picture, their goalkeeper. Bit of a tall, lanky figure, but he's an outstanding goalkeeper, and he has been in this side for a number of years.
I'd say he's definitely been Redham's player of the tournament so far. He had some world-class saves in their semi-final against Clifton. Really good goalkeeper, and I think we're in for a humdinger. Our referees for this event, we have Mr. Pete Lamarck and Amu Matakani, both highly experienced.
And we, as the boys just warm the last little bits warm up, they're getting their eyes in there. The two referees, Pete Lamarck on the far side and Amu Matakani on the near side. Two young men in their refereeing careers, and both have been on the FINA list and at various international tournaments, and have been selected as the two form referees for this tournament and to adjudicate this final. And hopefully that doesn't happen as in the last final in the previous game, Paul, where the game sort of was a bit marred by contra fouls and reversals, unfortunately, so both teams couldn't really get going, but kudos to St Stithians Girls College, who were able to adapt to the referee much faster than what Redham could, and capitalised on those opportunities.
I think with the implementation of these new rules that FINA is wanting to bring out, they're wanting the game to be faster flowing or free flowing. So it does get a little bit frustrating when you see those contra fouls, and sometimes unfortunately the referee has to blow what he or she's, and if the players are going to be playing off the ball, sometimes they've got to take responsibility to themselves.
Yeah, very different game is the boys' game compared to the girls' game. A lot of holding, costume grabbing in the girls' game, manipulation of body, using the costume and using the suit as the correct term is. But the boys' game is a lot to do with moving. There's obviously not a lot less costume to hold, but there is still a bit of holding, but a lot more movement coming from the legs and the arms and under the lats. That's where the holding happens. So. The majority of the tournament has been 4-5 stop-start is running, and this final will be 4-7 stop-start, so it'll be a little bit longer for these players, and these are all youngsters. They've lost all their matrics, so this is a stayers team. Paul, just talk us through what goes through the minds of the transition, you being the director of water polo at Clifton and also the national men's coach. What is the shift in mindset when you have a new team?
Well, I think, first of all, most of these teams are getting quite a few youngsters coming into the big leagues, if you want to call it, for the first time. A lot of these players are 14, turning 15, or only just turned 15 as the juniors. So the pace of the game is a lot higher than that junior level, and it's just interesting to see the teams that I suppose gel quicker are the teams that tend to perform at this level. It obviously does help with experience. So teams with a predominantly grade 11 lineup will tend to do better in this early part of the season, and it's how the juniors, I suppose, mix with those senior players and draw on their experience as the season progresses. This is, as you mentioned earlier, the start of the new season, so to speak. So the nice thing about this tournament, which I've always loved about this tournament, is that you get to see firstly where you fit in as your school, and also what the opposition have to offer for the year ahead. So it really is a nice litmus test, but this doesn't mean that these are going to be the form sides for the rest of the year.
100%.
A lot can happen between now and, I suppose, Kes in March and your Saks and Clifton tournaments in September. And it's the teams that are the most consistent that will end up bearing the fruits of their labours.
Yeah, a lot of big tournaments next year. You sort of started off, there's obviously the different provincial tournaments and leagues, and then you have the St Andrews Shield at the end of January, as well as the Bloemfontein under 19 tournament, the Grey Bloem tournament, ITEC tournament. You then have the various festivals, and then rounding it off with the King Edward's under 19 tournament, and then in the second half of the season, or the end of the season, is your own tournament, the Clifton tournament, as well as the old sort of traditional Saks tournament. Two different styles, but a lot of polo to be played over the next season, Paul.
Indeed. And after this, I mean, these kids, their polo doesn't finish here. We've got IPT, the Interprovincial Tournament, coming up in December, hosted here up in Johannesburg. And I stand to be corrected, St Stithians will be hosting the under 19 division, so the pinnacle of that event. So some of these boys and girls getting a head start, getting used to the facilities, and playing in a final here, that just makes the transition into those big interprovincial games a little bit easier in terms of handling pressure and dealing with those kind of stresses.
And there's Devon Card, Jesse Singer giving their instructions to their men. They have been outstanding, the Saks first team, not this one in particular, but the matrics that obviously left. They have completely dominated the schoolboy water polo scene over the last year, and it's a great sort of role model there. Liam Dawson, he's one of the form players, and Alex Thomas in goals, but Dawson certainly one of the form players of the last season, completely dominant in the centre forward position. And I see the table hasn't quite changed the clock yet to the 4-7s. It still has 4-5s up on your screen. That will be changed before the start of this final. But the two starting 7s are lined up, and we are ready to go here in Randburg in this scorcher, beautiful day here in Johannesburg. And Amo Matakani, the referee, just doing a little bit of admin work there, sorting out the team names. Him and tournament director Bruno Fernandez just getting the last minute touches to sort out the names of the teams.
So just to remind everyone that these are 4 by 7 minutes playing time. Each team will be allowed 2 timeouts, as far as I'm aware. And it'll be interesting to see as this game unfolds when and how the coaches use those timeouts. I know the Sachs team in their semi-final or their quarter-final against St Stithians needed that timeout. They were 6-all, called a timeout, and the Sachs side scored directly from that. So there's huge value in timeouts in this game, and it's how the coaches use them, or how the players, I suppose, implement what their coaches are wanting when they call that timeout.
Both teams here, Paul, are quite balanced across the board. Both have attacking threats on the 2 meter up front in their centre forwards as well as the perimeter shooters. So it's going to be a real tussle, almost a bit of a chess game between these two sides, and really looking forward to. Our apologies, it's actually 4-8 running, so it's a little bit longer than the girls' game, and it's a lot of polo to be played here, especially after 7 games. And here we go. The final is underway with the first swim-off. And Amo Matakani to feed it, and it's won by Redham House, and then one straight back by Sachs, and it's Ross van Breda with the ball. Now it's moved to number 9. There's Nick Solken. Looking for a bit of movement is Sachs. Good hard work in the centre forward position, trying to open up that centre forward is Sachs. Looking for the ball, and great shot. Just a little bit of movement, caught the keeper off guard, and it's a great finish there. And it looks like Nicholas Solken, isn't that right, Paul?
Nicholas Solko there, opening the score for Sachs. If we see the replay of that, you can just see the young man making sure he's watching the goalkeeper at all times. Very, very big part of the game, knowing where the goalkeeper is in the goals. Not a hard shot, seeing the keeper out of position, and the bounce shot opening the score for Sachs.
And it looks like Redham House opting for almost 2 centre forwards, a bit of an umbrella sort of shape here, and a lob shot, speculative, so Sachs is up ahead. Here's the replay. Can you just talk us through this replay, Paul?
See that pass, a little fake, keeper getting caught, as you said, watching the drive, not watching the ball. Very important for the goalkeeper to be watching the ball at all times, not really worrying about what's happening in front of him, just making sure he knows where that ball is.
Good movement here from Sachs, good ball control, looking for another opportunity from the perimeter. Dawson with the ball in the centre, full turn on goal, and it's Dawson with the finish. He's deadly on the 2 meter line. Dawson he really is an outstanding player, and just biding his time, Paul, creeping in from the left-hand side of the pool into that centre forward position, and a great entry pass from the previous goal scorer, Solko, and there's Liam Dawson with scoring the second goal for Sachs.
See that replay now. Dawson getting the ball. Really, really good technique there, ensuring the ball and his head staying up above the water. And what was really good to see there, he didn't shoot the ball first time. He waited to see where the goalkeeper was. And a great finish by Dawson up front. We now have Redham back on the attack. Quick pass in.
Very good defence from Sachs there. Potentially quite dangerous, trying to go over someone's back to steal the ball, especially in front of goals, but getting away with it is Sachs. And now for their third opportunity up the pool, scored in both their first 2. Bring it on the far side. Here goes the same drive as we've seen the first 2 attacks from the centre down towards the right to the left-hand side. And it looks like a first exclusion of the game, and we enter the power play, Paul. And unfortunately, bit of a coach killer moment there, passing over the top there, but a let off for Redham House.
It was definitely the right thing to play the quick ball to the centre forward who had earned the exclusion off the ball. Unfortunately, that pass a little bit wayward. Redham now straight back on the attack, earning themselves an exclusion.
And that's a great save there from Alex Thomas.
You see there the Redham player choosing to go for the donut or the shot over the shoulder. Watching the keeper. You see that extra man opportunity, and a great save by the goalkeeper.
And here's another power play opportunity, movement of the ball to the left-hand side. Yeah, Redham trying to expose a post, the right-hand side, and it's a great block by goal scorer Dawson, and an easy save for the keeper, Alex Thomas. And now Sachs go up the pool, long pass up far side of the pool, fetching the ball right up the pool is Sachs, and they're just controlling things a bit here, not playing too quickly at this stage, Paul, but here goes Dawson. He's moving into the centre forward position, forcing Redham to come off their players in the perimeter.
Good ball in.
Good entry pass, and another exclusion. And the exclusion is number 12. That's Thomas Ackerman.
Redham are going to have to find a way to counter this strong centre forward play by Dawson at Sachs. They are implementing a zone, but that didn't work that time for them.
Oh, another great save there from Woodburn, and now it's Redham on the counter-attack up the far side of the pool. Great pass there from the goalkeeper. And it's near finish, just off the bottom of the post, and still Redham with the opportunity for another 20 seconds attack. Real exciting stuff here, Paul, in the early exchanges here.
You see that the strength of Redham is pushing their counter-attack. There they went from Sachs with a man-up opportunity. Redham with a big aggressive counter off that turning defence into attack. Unfortunately, not able to benefit.
In transition, we have an exclusion, Paul, and it seems to be Sachs putting pressure on Redham here, gaining exclusion. This is their third power play opportunity.
I think, Graham, as we watch this game unfold, fitness is gonna play a huge part here. Both these teams, coastal sides, playing here at altitude. Huge credit for them for getting this far. But when you go from 5 minutes to 8 minutes, that's almost 2 additional chuckers for this game compared to what they've been used to. So fitness is going to come into play.
Oh no, great save again from Thomas. Low shot. Yeah, it goes number 4. That's Richard Pizzabone.
I think the right option there, going for the bounce shot, skipping the ball off the water, a lot harder for the goalkeeper to save than a direct shot in the air.
Another good save. Another 2-meter opportunity, 20 more seconds.
We can hear the Redham coach there shouting, move him. The Redham players being a bit guilty of just shooting without any movement.
Another great save from Alex Thomas. He's had to do a lot of work in the early exchanges. Is Alex Thomas, and here you have Ackerman with the shot, and great save all the way out the water, reaching to the right, his opposite side. And now Sachs back on the counter attack, and just moving the ball down to their wings, looking for a cross pass. Is Sachs moving the ball in the hand? Great ball control in the early exchanges, and that's a good bit of defense. And here goes Redham on the counter attack, Paul.
Top left, great pass. Redham taking that pressure on defence, turning it into attack. Good faking. We see another exclusion. We might not have many players left in the pool by the end of this game with the amount of exclusions that are happening. But that is the modern game.
And that's Michael Lunn playing the ball there for the power play for Redham House. Just under 3 minutes to go in this first quarter. Looking for the long pass over the top. Here goes. Can Redham finish? Oh, just fumbling. Sachs opting to press top 2 tight, exposing the post, and it's paid off. Quite a risky defensive tactic there, Paul, pressing the top 2 tight and forcing the long passes.
If those long passes end up on the hand, it's very difficult for the goalkeeper to move and follow the ball. But there's Sachs gambling. They're actually saying to Redham, we back that our defense is better than your passing, and if you want to get the ball on the hand, you're going to have to work a lot harder than that. And it's a speculative shot from the outside, allowing Redham to go back on a counter-attack. A lot of pulling and shoving there, but it looks and a poor pass, unfortunately, has killed the Redham attack, and it's now Sachs with the opportunity to counter-attack with a... There's not much worse than you working extremely hard on a big counter-attack. You've summed up the pool and a poor pass, giving possession away.
Both teams here, one feels they're wasting a bit of possession here, shooting a little early, but now giving Redham a 3-on-2 counter-attack up the middle of the pool. And Sachs have done exceptionally well to shut them down, but here goes Redham straight at the goals. This is danger territory, penalty territory here.
Another fantastic save. I mean, we did speak highly about Jack Woodburn and goals for Redham, but Alex Thomas has come to the party here, really stepping up, and he's been Sachs's go-to man so far.
And this is full turn on goal, Paul. In the new rules, that's could be a penalty any other day, so very, very lucky are Sachs there. And Coach Ryan Vredeman had a few words to say to referees, but it's now given Sachs the opportunity to attack, and they have opted to release possession, not using their attack there, dumping the ball in the corner, and it's Ackerman to feed the Redham House attack.
I think that was actually some very mature play there by Sachs. They're a little bit tired at the moment. No need to rush a forced shot or anything silly. Just playing a full 30 seconds possession, dumping the ball, which means that they can have their defenders back in time to cover any of the Redham counters.
Well, here goes Redham again. Ackerman straight for the goals. Outstanding defense there from Sachs. And listen to all you players watching out there, you've got to play to the whistle. You can't keep going and looking at referees. You've got to play to the whistle. And it was great defense from the Sachs men.
There's been a big push from FINA perspective that they want the referees to play a bit of advantage. We want to see action goals. We don't want just whistles happening all the time. So to all those players out there, play to score the goal, don't play for the whistle.
And Sachs again on the attack there, slowing things down. Just waiting for the last 9 seconds of this quarter. And it's 7 seconds to go. An opportunity for Redham to try and... Oh, and it's a really good effort from way out. But Sachs doing exceptionally well here, Paul, in the early exchanges, scoring in their first 2 attacks. A bit of shell shock there from Redham House. But Sachs with a 2-goal lead in this first quarter. Your thoughts on tactics and how things are going at the moment?
I think 2 very contrasting styles of play. Redham definitely play a more counter-attack, mobile game, not really setting with an outright centre, and then we see a lot of their workers come down the right-hand side of the pool, trying to exploit that ball side drive, trying to get that inside water and maybe earning themselves a penalty or an exclusion. But the Sachs defence has been right up to that, and huge credit to them for being disciplined on those drives. Contra to that, you see the Sachs side, not maybe as fast as Redham, but playing a much more controlled game, bit static on the top, and when they get their big centre forward up front, that's when they become dangerous.
Definitely, it's exciting to see 2 contrasting styles. There we have Devon Card, an outstanding centre forward in his own right, just out of picture. One of the coaches of Sachs, he and Jesse Singer have done exceptionally well dovetailing off each other. Both of them have full-time jobs. It's not their full-time job to coach water polo at Sachs, but both of them doing an exceptionally good job in Cape Town and been very dominant over the last 12 months.
They both have a similar mindset to the game. Both played at a high level. Devon, obviously the national men's centre forward. You can see his influence rubbing off a lot on their centre forward, Liam Dawson. He plays a very similar style to his coach. And both the coaches actually play together at a club side, Sachs Old Boys. So they know each other really well, and it's clearly been for the last 2 years a fantastic combination, and it's a formula that's working for them.
And Ryan Vaderman just left your screen, giving a few words to his goalkeeper, Jack Woodburn. And he knows there's a huge amount of time still left in this game, and plenty time to come back, as you knew early on in your tournament, Paul. And here we go for the second quarter, and it's Sachs leading Redham House. It's all Cape Town derby here, 2-0. And it's again Redham House with the winning the sum-off. And it's Ackerman. This is Thomas Ackerman taking the ball up the middle of the pool, looking for opportunity on the near side. Ackerman again, Ackerman in a bit of space, looking for his players. You see that dynamic play, as Paul mentioned in the break. And Ackerman, ball with Ackerman now. Will he have a go? And it's a great save. Just off the upright. Looked like from our picture a good save, but just off the upright. Good effort there, but now Sachs with the opportunity.
It's always important for your goalkeeper to start off well and strong. You can see Sachs now very comfortable to play a drop. They're backing their goalkeeper. They're happy to allow a few of the outside shots from Redham, and that all comes with the defenders being confident in their goalkeeper's ability.
And speculative shot there from Ross van Breda. But Sachs just controlling things a little bit here, able to play a little bit slower pace. Redham trying to force him to make a mistake. A couple of opportunities. Here goes Ackerman down the middle of the pool. Can they see him? Here it is. And a poor pass, unfortunately, but good effort there good impetus from the Redham House side there.
It'll be very interesting to see if Redham can keep the style up for 4 by 8 minute chuckers. If they can, I think Sachs are going to struggle to combat it towards the end of the game. But right now, Sachs very much so looking to play to the clocks, not panicking. A poor pass into centre there. Centre forward can't do anything with the ball in the air, and Redham with the turnover.
as you said, Paul, energy-sapping stuff to be always counter-attacking. But if your team is fit enough to do it, it is lethal. And Redham House now with the attack opportunity, opting for the 2 centre forwards. Not much of a structure in terms of their attack. Let's see if they... this is now number 5, Michael Lunn with the ball outside 6 metres. Ball into Ackerman.
That's Riley Nielsen up front. And unfortunately, all that hard work and the clock beats him.
And, Coach Ryan Vedeman just signalling he must just try and shoot the ball. And, it's good save by Woodburn on the near side. Now Redham House on the counter-attack. And ball goes up the near side of the pool.
You see a 3-on-2 opportunity here for Redham.
This is Lunn with the ball. Lunn in front of his man, trying to go towards the goals.
I see the player with the ball there, a little bit guilty of just taking his time to get up the pool. When you have a 3-on-2 opportunity, you got to make sure you get that ball up as quick as you can. That now forces the defenders to have to make a decision where they, by slowing the ball down, he killed his own counter. Ooh, very naughty there by the Sax player, hoping the ref wouldn't see it.
Yes,
unfortunately, Nando being caught out there.
Looks like it's Nando and Liam Dawson who's...
And we have a very technical call there, Graham. The Sax player, having been excluded, swimming to the corner, swimming with his head down, swam over the ball. He's now awarded a penalty to the Redham side. That now means player number 10 from Sax is on 2 majors. He's put himself under a lot of pressure here.
And given Redham House, here we go. And a great finish of the goal there by Redham House. So closing that gap on Sax in the second quarter. But really silly stuff there, Paul. If you ejected from the pool, swimming with your head down and swimming directly over the ball is just almost sacrilege in polo terms.
Oh, it's not the first time I've seen that this tournament. Happened to me in my game the other day. There's nothing more frustrating for the coach than a player making a silly technical error like that.
And Jordan Harrod with the finish, and it's Redham House using this bit of a momentum here. Here they go on the counter-attack, much faster up the pool. Looking to sort of clump together. And the ball with Riley Nielsen. Now he moves the ball to the far side, back to the goal scorer, Harrod. And waiting for a centre forward opportunity. Ackerman setting up in the centre forward.
The shot clock down to 5 seconds now. Yes. Redham are going to have a shot here, a speculative tester.
There's Steyn to good attempt, but straight down the throat to the keeper, Thomas. And there's Dev Card giving instruction. And this is now Nick Rightford back up the back. Looking for opportunity, opting for almost 2 centre forwards here is Sax. Looking for number 3. This is Denobriger. There you go. Here's an opportunity.
It's a great block.
Outstanding block there from Thomas Ackerman. And Redham House with another attack.
If we just watch the Redham counter-attack here, Graham, I think they're being a little bit guilty of countering too narrow. Going right down the middle of the pool, and I've seen this in all the matches this tournament. Teams have failed to exploit the width of the pool.
Great goal. Outstanding goal. Sorry, Paul, to interrupt you, but that was a really outstanding goal there from Ricardo Pizzabone. Really, really outstanding stuff and back-breaking stuff for Sax. But as you're saying, Paul, it certainly has been the trend, and it's perhaps that inexperience of these players coming down the middle of the pool too narrow, or perhaps playing in narrow pools.
As I'll get back to you there, Graham, just to watch this replay. Fantastic lob attempt, and that's going right back to the first goal of the game. Ricardo there watching the goalkeeper, seeing that the goalkeeper was hugging his left hand upright, opting for the finesse lob shot. Fantastic option, well finished, young man. Yes, I think, Graham, the inexperience of these new sides and younger sides, all wanting to maybe get part of the action early in the attack rather than using the width of the pool, waiting to see what unfolds in front of them.
Good with the long pass and into centre forward. Great crash there by Redham. And Redham now on the counter-attack. Again, very narrow up the middle of the pool. All Redham players looking to push. And it's Ackerman carrying the ball. Alex Ackerman.
Long pass.
Cross pass. Great finish. Outstanding goal. There's Redham right back in this match, leading it now 3-2.
We can see there, once again, Redham employing that counter-attack game, which is really, really starting to pay dividend now. Sax players were guilty of maybe ball watching, 2 players going for the same man. You can see on the right-hand side, fantastic vision on the cross pass and a brilliant cross cage off the water finish.
And that balk just killed keeper Alex Thomas, and good finish there, but awesome pass from Alex Ackerman. And now a bit of pressure now on the men from Newlands. Sachs looking to expose Dawson, but Redham working well on their drop here. Expect ball into Dawson. Dawson swamped again. A great crash from Redham House. Really good effort. New energy has been brought into this game, Paul. You can see Redham playing with a lot more higher tempo and really controlling this fixture at the moment.
I think they've realised they've got the swim on Sachs, and really exploiting that well. Some good individual play there. Sachs players looking a little bit heavy in the water. Maybe their hips are starting to drop. They're starting to feel the pace a little bit here.
Ackerman across to Stein. And that's the end of that 30 seconds possession, and it's now Sachs with the attack, and it looks like a bit of a counter-attack coming down the middle of the pool here. Paul, Sachs playing with a little bit more width than what Redham is. And
you can see the Sachs wing sitting nice and wide. That now creates a little bit more space. Pass up top, and a fantastic save.
Good attempt from Ross van Breda there, and the number 12 cap for Sachs, and but too easy for goalkeeper Jack Woodburn.
I think both sides will be happy with a slightly slower pace play for the last 2 minutes of this quarter. I think they'll slow it down a little bit, and we'll definitely see the Redham side coming out firing for the start of the second half.
1 minute for a good long-range shot, a good save there from Alex Thomas. And Van Breda now with the ball, a cross-field, cross-pool pass going up the near side. This is number 6, Oliver Hartley. Dawson working hard in centre forward, being double marked. So Sachs need to try and set up a perimeter shooting opportunity. As from Breda down to the wing, across now, back to Van Breda, and a shot there. Good block and good effort, but good defence from Redham House.
Good defence, but what I liked there was the patience by Sachs. They saw there was the big zone being employed by Redham, the cross passes, and what was good to see, while the players were passing, they were also moving into space, moving into shooting channels, and unlucky for the Sachs player there hitting the upright, but a very good attack.
And a good defence there from Redham, putting pressure on Sachs. That's pass up to Breda looking for his wing, and a good attempt and a good save. Great save by Woodburn.
From a goalkeeper's perspective, he's making sure he doesn't get beaten on that near post. The only place the Sachs should be able to score is cross cage, so very good technically in goals there by Woodburn.
And ball with Good up to and intercepted by Ricardo. That's good work from Redham House, and another counter-attack, furious up the middle of the pool.
Still a bit narrow for my liking. If they go a little bit wider, it'll draw the Sachs defenders out and will open up that cross pass. A lot better for a shooting opportunity.
Cross pass back to Ricardo. Over the top he goes, looking for the lob. A little bit impatient from Redham. Different contrasting styles that we've seen today. But certainly Sachs playing with a little bit more width. And here we go. This is up number 8. This is James Davidson Bromson with the lob shot. And that's the end of a frenetic second chucker, Paul. And certainly Redham dominating that 3-0. And the score is now 3-2.
3 unanswered goals there by Redham. The Redham counter-attack and pace definitely paying dividends, and it really is going to be interesting to see how firstly Sachs counter the Redham counter-attack, and if Sachs are able to exploit this very deep drop or zone defence that Redham are employing.
So you being if you were the coach of these two teams, what message would you be saying to your players, both Redham and Sachs? Let's have a look at the stats here from the analyst and iSports analysis. 13 attempts on shot goal from Sachs and only 17 from Redham. 1 penalty, 17%. So it's really tight here, Paul.
It's all in it. We see there power plays, 4 extra men to 3. Unfortunately, neither team being able to take advantage of the power play situation. The 6-on-5, and looking at those stats, you don't get much much closer. Hence the scoreline of only a 3-2 game.
There really is nothing between these two, and Again, thanks to Christy Mullender and her team, the analyst for these statistics. Really hard work behind the scenes in order to bring you those stats for these games, and really appreciate all the effort. And here we have Ryan Vaderman. So what message would he be saying to his men, Paul?
I think he's going to be telling them to continue playing 90% of how they've been playing. That chucker was brilliant. The only thing I think he would want his team to focus on is when that first wave counter-attack is over, don't look to score straight away if the pass isn't on. They can maybe slow the attack down a little bit after they've had their initial counter-attack. So I think they've been a little bit guilty of rushing the shot and not playing out the clock when that first count has been over.
And the big question is, will they be able to continue attacking like they have been attacking? Because that surely must take a huge amount of energy out of players if you're going to attack with such pace and sort of ferociousness every time.
For sure. I think, personally, I would be wanting the team to continue in this vein. They are on the up. And if Redham continue it like this, maybe get 3-4 goals ahead, then they can look to slow the game down. But it'll be very dangerous if they went to slow it down now and then try to pick it up towards the end. So, from that side, I think Redham continue with their tactics, continue the counters, continue to put pressure on Sachs. Sachs, as we said, completely different contrasting style of play there. And they're going to have to work something to beat that drop. And I think maybe a cross-pool drive, that long drive from the left fetch right through down to the right wing, that might break a bit of the zone, which will now give them more space to put the ball into their big centre forward.
Yeah, and we saw a very deep zone from Redham House. So it does leave you a little bit vulnerable in terms of perimeter shooting. So perhaps Sachs using a little bit of movement at the top of the D with an on-the-hand pass and a straight shot, that could also work. But it's going to be incredibly difficult to get past Jack Woodburn. I mean, when he gets his tail up, he's an exceptionally good goalkeeper, as we've seen in the last quarter.
And that's it. There's movement with the ball, but more importantly, movement without the ball. Those players need to be moving off the ball into a shooting channel, so when they do get the cross pass, they can shoot and hopefully beat the keeper before the keeper gets into position. And
we're underway in the second half, in the third quarter, and it's Sachs with the Sumhof. It's their first Sumhof win. I know that they sort of technically won the Sumhof in the first quarter, but Redham House obviously opting to take it easy and sort of have a bit of a breather. Here goes that drive you're talking about, Paul. And setting up of two centres is Sachs, moving the ball down the near side of the pool. This is Van Breda out the back to Solko, around the back now, looking for Dawson. Long range shot, a bit of a speculative shot there, but great defence from Redham House.
Very much so. Oh, and we see a silly contra foul in the middle of the pool. We didn't see any of that in the first half. And Graham, this is where fitness comes into play, not only physically but mentally.
Yeah, you can't afford to give away contra fouls on a counter attack, especially perhaps you've got one or two players with their heads down. It really is dangerous for a team, and given Sachs the opportunity to attack again.
And very, very deep drop here by Redham. Sachs just too static, not enough movement. Definitely the wrong option there. Sachs playing with a double postman or a double centre forward. The zone was too close to that first post. Ball should have gone to the second centre there, in my opinion.
Yeah, they're almost setting up a bit of a 4-2, almost an extra man setup, Paul. And as you said, a very static. And now here, Sachs opting for a similar style, dropping off onto the centre forwards. Redham House moving the ball, and Ricardo looking for Pizimbone, looking for a lob shot.
That sometimes happens at this junior or schoolboy level. One lob goes in and everyone starts getting lob fever, thinking, trying to replicate a good goal that happened before them.
Impatient shot there by Nando Desi.
And that was a positive characteristic in Sachs' opening play, was their control, their calmness, their not needing to rush anything, which they're starting to.
Oh, unlucky on the pass there was Redham House Jordan Harrod. If he had got that clean, I think it was in for all money. So very lucky let off for Sachs, and it's Sachs attacking with only 5 men. They're opting to do a quick substitution. And now Sachs looking for options. It does make things very difficult for the attack. You can double mark the centre forward. Man up on D here, still Sachs with possession. not using the same structure as you mentioned, Paul. Certainly a turnover ball here for Redham, but certainly Sachs aren't as composed and as organised as they were in the first two, or certainly the first chukker.
I think that second chukker, blitzkrieg from Redham, the counter-attacking play.
Oh, great goal. Outstanding goal there from Jordan Harrod. He's got 2 in the match. And there you have it, Paul, as you're about to say. I mean, Redham House opting that counter-attack is absolutely deadly.
And I think Sachs are starting to pay now. That second chukker really hurt them, and making too many silly individual errors on attack, which is a sin against a team as quick as Redham.
There you go, Jared working the ball on this. He's working hard, playing to the whistle, coming up, keep working, working hard on the ball, not waiting for the referee's whistle, lifting, and a great donut shot there.
You can see there, Sachs's defence in the first half was a lot better in countering those wing or ball side drives coming in. Players are now getting a little bit tired. Their legs are falling down, or they're dropping their hips, and they're not able to combat that ball side drive.
Good with a cross pass to Van Breda. Van Breda with the shot, and it's let off there for Redham House. A rebound, and then Sachs having a head down. Redham House on the far side of the pool here. This is Sebastian Riley Nielsen. Sebastian just waiting for his men to get up the pool. Alex Ackerman working hard on the near post. Cross pass. And Sachs now opting for the heavy drop.
Very good field block there.
Good defence, but you just see how dangerous Redham are, Paul. I mean, you give them half a sniff, you make one mistake, and they really do come out firing.
And that also, you can see that this Redham team have played together for a long time. The combinations in the water, the players almost instinctively know where their teammate's going to be, and that just comes from time in the water together. I think Redham definitely are one of the older sides, if you want to call it that, here this weekend, and their results have reflected that in terms of their winning streak.
Good effort by Sachs there. Look at just good trying to get over the defender. Alex Ackerman putting big pressure. And it's a good shot attempt under the arm. Nice attempt there, but very, very good save by Woodburn. And here we go. This is Redham now in their number 7. Jake Steyn opting to dump the ball. Redham just having a bit of a breather, not getting that counter-attack going, so just opting to have a bit of a breather.
And that's a tactic that some people who might not understand water polo too well might think is a bit bizarre, throwing your possession away, which there are times in the game where it is a huge positive. It just settles things down, makes sure you've got all your defenders back, and just avoids any silly goals against you. Every now and then you do need that 30 seconds breather just to refresh, refocus, and get composed.
You can see the fatigue setting in now. Van Breda has been quite active in terms of his shooting from the perimeter, but not legs just falling away, falling on his back. And now Redham on the attack again. Being very patient here, Redham. Steyn with the pass. Now into centre forward. Oh, good work there. Great work at centre forward. Alex Ackerman, great work to get the ball away for 2 defenders on him, passing to his brother. Under a bit of pressure here is Thomas Ackerman.
We're down to the last 5 seconds of this attack.
And Ackerman looking for an opportunity. Not the greatest of passes. Perhaps just leave that ball. Here we go. And Sachs now on the attack.
The Sachs coach opting for a timeout. Seeing that his players are getting a little bit lost in the pool, maybe mentally, a little bit of fatigue setting in. Call a timeout, bring the boys to the side of the pool, calm things down, and give them a little bit of maybe a bit more structured approach how to attack the last couple of minutes of this chukker.
If this was your timeout, Paul, what would you be saying?
Well, the beauty of the timeout, Sachs now get a full 30 seconds in which to set up. They'll have to watch and see how the Redham side decides to defend. But I would imagine Sachs would employ that double hole again. I would like to see them with that 2 hole men with an early drive going across, either looking for the cross pass to the driver. If not, when that drive goes across, bring the defender with them, and that should open up one of the hole men.
Yeah, definitely, especially a hole man as destructive as Liam Dawson. But Redham have been exceptionally good in the last two chuckers in wrapping him up. They were a bit shell-shocked to begin with, but they've certainly have regathered defensively and made it very difficult for Liam Dawson in the centre-forward position.
And once again, that goes down to trust in your goalkeeper. Redham now, all right, realising Dawson is the big threat. They're going a very deep zone, but they're backing their goalkeeper. You see that long drive from the left all the way through to the right, trying to open up. We've got a cross-pass option up top.
And it's Van Breda again with the ball. Van Breda with another shot.
And Woodburn up to the task.
There's another 20 seconds possession for Sachs. The rule change is now that if there's a rebound after a shot, the team in possession only has 20 seconds, not a full 30 seconds. And another shot there, I think it's from that man Van Breda again. So
I think Sachs might have to look at moving Dawson to the outside. He does have a decent shot on him, and maybe if they play more of a mobile or creative game with Dawson on the top, would force Redham to have to go more of a press, which will take away that good drop that they've been doing.
And another contra foul by Redham House on their counter-attack. A lot of hard work in the centre-forward position. Very physical stuff there from centre-forwards and centre-backs.
I say, Graham, I haven't been too impressed personally with the refereeing of the centre-forward position at this tournament. I think there's been a way too much off-the-ball play being allowed by both attack and defence, and especially at this junior school level, sometimes it's better just to kill the physicality a little bit earlier.
Correct.
Than allowing it to get a bit too heavy. That's where we see foul play coming into it.
Yeah, last thing we need is a punch-up where we have one team playing with one man down, and it's not necessary at schoolboy level. This is now Ackerman with the opportunity, dumping the ball again. Redham just biding their time here, understanding that they've got the 2-goal advantage, and it's almost sort of just blocking it out in cricket, and an exclusion now.
And there we see that exclusion off the ball. The referee deeming the centre-back to have been way too physical. Possibly that should have been called in the previous attack, but well done for the referee to spot that physical off-the-ball play.
Not sure who that is with the exclusion there, Paul, but now Sachs opting for a 3-3 opportunity here. Here it is, another great defensive effort from, interesting turnover there by Van Breda. Bit of protesting from Ryan Vaderman, and probably rightly so. Sachs back him right over the top of Redham to steal that ball, but now Sachs with another opportunity to attack.
And the shot clock's not on their side yet.
2 seconds. Realised. And easy let off there for Redham. Amo Matakani there in picture. And Redham working hard on their attacks. It's much slower in this chucker, Paul. Only 50 seconds to go, but it's been a very, very controlled effort from the men from Constantia. This is now 7, Jake Steyn. Steyn looking for a centre forward.
See there the centre back being guilty. Yes, he had a hand up, but where was his other hand? The referee deeming him to have been leaning on the attacker. Redham now with a 6-on-5 power play. A goal here, I think, would seal the game possibly, but some patient play here.
Ackerman in the middle. Great save by Thomas. Another opportunity here for Harrod. Harrod with possession. He's already scored 2 goals here. Ricardo, a bit speculative from so far out.
I think if we manage to see a replay of the first shot on that attack, all the hard work was done. They opened up the man at the centre of the goals and opting for the donut.
Really hard work here by Liam Dawson to try and get that penalty opportunity, but referee adjudicating that the ball was pushed underwater in the tackle. And the pressure mounts, Paul. 4-2 the score line here. 4 goals to Redham. And only the 2 goals for Sachs, which was scored in the very first 2 attacks of this entire game. And so it's been exceptionally good from Redham House.
There we saw that replay of that extra man. Fantastic play to open up the shot from the centre and opting for the donut shot where he should have thrown the ball in the corner.
Yeah, I mean, it's didn't expect for this kind of defensive effort from Redham after what we saw in the initial two sort of attacks. But certainly Ryan Vaderman will be very pleased with his charges, and you can see Devon Card and Jesse Singer there having really some important words to their players. 8 minutes left in this game to bring back that 2-goal lead.
Someone's going to have to step up here for Sax, take the game by the scruff of the neck, be a leader, and I think if they can get one big shot in from the outside, that'll force that Redham press to have to be a little higher, or actually will force the zone to have to go into a bit more of a press. But right now, Redham are just comfortable in allowing those outside shots, poor shot selection by Sax, and once again, I think fatigue is starting to count here. We did mention earlier, it's 12 additional minutes, this final, compared to the pool matches and the playoff games. It's almost 2 additional chuckers. So the end of a long weekend, 7-8 games of water polo, to have to play an additional half a game on top of that. Fitness definitely is on Redham's side here, and they're reaping the rewards.
That's where the strength of a bench comes in that right, Paul. I mean, if you've got only a few star players and you're not as well-rounded, you tend to fatigue those star players in the build-up to this kind of final, and that's really when it counts. So the rotation of the bench and the substitutions are key in your success at these type of tournaments.
Player management is crucial, and sometimes coaches can get lost in wanting a certain score or wanting to achieve something in a game, and maybe their star players get overplayed early on in the tournament, and that comes to bite you at the end of a long event like this.
And Redham House with the swim-off win, and immediately into that zone half-drop sort of defense is Sax coming off their wing, trying to protect their centre forward. Ackerman working really hard in the centre forward position. Vaderman shouting a few of his and opting for dumps. So it's good defence from Sax, and hopefully can bring back a bit of a...
You can see here Sax trying to get up the pool on a counter. What is really good to see is they're a lot wider now. I think they've realised they need to find the space. A good drive through, ball into centre, should have been an option there.
Definitely should have been an option there. And it's out the back here. Josh Lane with the ball, looking for options. Now with Hartley. Hartley looking to put it in the centre forward. Here it is. And ball underwater call from Peter Lamarck.
You can see there the centre forward possibly a little bit guilty of going backwards instead of reaching forward to the ball. The referees are really, they struggle to reward a centre forward if he sinks. But the general rule is your centre forward's chest or head moves towards the ball, he's going to get a more positive call from the referee.
That's good defence. Oh, a bit of trouble here for Sax here. And it's a goal. Great goal there from Sebastian Riley Nielsen.
I think Sax there, guilty of stopping play. They thought they had secured the ball. Didn't see there was a second Redham player, possibly popped up from underwater somewhere. And all credit to the young man. A poacher's goal, if you want to call it. 3-goal lead now, 5 minutes to go. Going to be difficult, or 6 minutes to go. Going to be difficult to Sax to come back from this one.
Yeah, just watch Riley Nielsen into the middle there, spotting that opportunity, not stopping. And the Sax defenders already heading off on the counter-attack, and good finish. Really good effort here. Now Sax really need to score now. Need to get back in this game. 3 goals down. Working hard there is Dawson from the top, looking for an opportunity. He's got to keep going here. Is Dawson. Here it is. And unfortunately not spotting him on the other side of his player.
Another great block. That has been a huge asset in the Redham defence, the field blocking. It's almost as good as a goal, those big outside blocks. It just gets the whole intensity.
Oh, interesting call there, Paul. It looked like a good effort from Nando Desi to take that ball in front of the I think it looks like Michael Lunn.
And that's the third major for number 10. We did mention earlier he was excluded. He gave away a penalty by swimming into the ball, and that's now his third major, giving away that penalty.
And Sax being forced to make the change. He can take no more part in this game. Nandodesi.
Number 4 needs to get back into the pool. There's not a man down. It's just a penalty.
And it's a penalty taker, Jared Harrod, with the conversion. Well done, sir. And it's now Redham really comfortable. 6 minutes to play, 4-goal lead.
It's definitely not over, Graham. I've seen games where 4 goals have been scored in a couple of minutes. So Redham will have to keep playing, but they definitely look like they, just their body language, their intensity, Redham definitely look like they're feeling very confident in themselves at the moment.
And looking for opportunity on the near side, looking for the cross pass. This is Van Breda passing down the bottom. This is Oliver Hartley looking for Dawson with a full turn, attacking the goal and getting nothing now. In trouble here, Sachs. Redham on the attack on the far side. And it's
very, very good defensive effort there by Sachs. It'll be interesting if we could see a replay of that previous ball into centre forward.
Yeah.
It was all a bit too frantic. But
Liam Dawson certainly getting full turn on goal, Paul, and attacking the keeper. That's where that debate about how much advantage do you give before you blow the penalty. Certainly.
You see the ball in here to the centre forward. Great individual work, a full turn.
And it's a goal here. Sorry, Paul. It's a goal off screen while we've been talking of that replay. Redham House have attacked incredibly quickly and scored a goal. It's Alex Ackerman with the conversion.
Yeah, it's all happening here at the Olympic pool at St Stithians. Goals, timeouts, controversial calls. I suppose that's why we love this game.
A little bit of drama, but certainly now with a scoreline of 7-2 in the final chukka, one would think it needs to something really, really special needs to happen here for Sachs if they are going to win this game. But Redham have been simply outstanding in the way they've defended, and certainly their pace and aggression in their attack has been fantastic. Let's have a look at the one we missed on screen by Alex Ackerman. Ball into Alex in front of goal, pulling it across the keeper, and a great finish. Textbook stuff, Paul.
I think technically you don't get a better finish than that. You can see there, ball into him in front of the goals. A lot of players would have shot that ball straight away, right into the goalkeeper's arms. There we can see strong legs, keeping the ball off the water, keeping his elbow off the water, drawing the ball across cage, and a little flick in. A very, very good technical finish there.
And Sachs opting for a timeout call. Not a bad call there by Jesse Singer, the coach. And they trying to set up for something special here.
I think Redham have been full value in their management of the game. They've known when to speed it up, when to slow it down. Maybe started off a little bit frantically, but from the second chukka onwards, it's been all Redham. We saw the ball into centre forward there, possibly a big pullback, but the referee deeming the ball to not being close enough to the centre forward.
Unfortunately, just the shriek of the whistle and the bounce of the ball just not going the Sachs men's way, unfortunately. Two 50-50 calls potentially could have gone their way in the last minute or so, but 4 minutes to play, and Sachs have got to claw. If they're going to carry in this game, they've got to score in the next 30 seconds or so.
Remember, Redham still have 2 timeouts at their disposal. If things were to get a little bit frantic, they do have that to help calm things down.
And a good block there by Ackerman. Apologies, it's not Ackerman, it's Harrod with a great block. And ball now with Josh Lane. Josh Lane looking for Denobrega. And good steal there from Redham House, and off they go.
See Sachs looking to play at second centre forward, rolling their wing in, but the Redham defender, aware of that, crashing back onto that pass. And here we have another contra foul.
And Sachs have got to go up the pool now. They've got to give it everything. 3 minutes 30 to go. They've got to get something special here. Far side of the pool is open.
Sacks do have a man up here. Redham opting to play with the roach.
Unfortunately, not the right option there, Paul. 2-on-1 on the far side of the pool, and unfortunately, the player not spotting that opportunity to give that pass.
We see a break in play now. Ryan Vaderman, the coach from Redham, calling one of his 2 timeouts. No doubt he'll just be wanting to make a couple of changes, just freshen things up, just make sure they finish this game with no dramas and just keep it nice and patient and controlled as they have.
Yeah, an opportunity for his juniors and his players that haven't played a huge amount of this final to get in the water perhaps. It doesn't look like he's going to make too many changes, but I just know that he just wants to make things, he probably control things a little bit, settle up guys, take a breather. And unfortunately, Sacks have been on the receiving end of some outstanding polo. And certainly Redham are looking like the form side here at this tournament and looking like they could round it up. They did lose to Sacks by 1 goal in their pool stages, so they've had that learning experience. And
I think as much as Redham have scored some really, really good, technically correct goals, I think their defence has definitely won them this match. They've managed to create pressure on Sacks, and when Sacks have made a mistake on their attack, Redham have been quick enough and good enough to punish them. So that all goes down to a huge, huge defensive effort that has lined them up to have a 5-goal lead here in the final.
And here we go into centre forward. Now Sacks with a counter-attack opportunity down the middle of the pool, looking for options. Oh, and a bit of a fumble.
Oh, goalkeeper out of position.
And it's a turnover ball again. Sacks a lucky let off there for Oliver Hartley. And crossfield pass. Sacks looking for Dawson in the middle. Van Bredar setting up on the far side. And cross pass there. Sacks really need to get a goal here. It's 2 minutes 15 seconds. Another great save there, and I can't see them coming back from this poor 5-goal deficit with 2 minutes.
No, Redham will just hold the ball. Ryan Vaderman, experienced enough coach, tell his players to use the full 30 seconds. As I say that, they shoot with 10 seconds still on the clock.
Yeah, this has been a really good effort here from Redham House, and Sacks have been left wanting in a lot of areas this afternoon. And he has an opportunity for Sacks. And a great save by Woodburn. He has been outstanding, Paul, in the way he's made some saves. He was caught off guard in the beginning of the game, but he has come back and he's been outstanding. Working really hard here. Push shot. Very low percentage scoring shot. One of my bugbears about polo.
Especially coming in off the wing with a limited angle like that. Credit must be given to the Sacks side for the effort they've put in this event to get to the final. As far as I know, they lost 7 or 8 matrics from last year's team. So to be competing here in the final, and they've been haven't been a pushover for anyone at this tournament. They've gone unbeaten throughout so far. So huge credit to these young men for the effort they've put in, especially being such a new side.
And it's they are until this moment the only unbeaten side here. And here we have last minute play. This is bringing the goalkeeper right up. This is a very risky play here from Sacks, but and it's another great save from Woodburn on his opposition number. This is interesting with the new rules. The goalkeeper can come past the halfway line, so you're basically playing 7 versus 6 on the far side of the pool. So, and Sacks really trying here, but Redham have been outstanding in their defence. Another fumble of the ball. Again, a missed opportunity. Oh, Redham calling for the timeout.
35 seconds to go. The coach making sure everyone gets wet and gets a little bit of water time. If I was a referee, I might have ignored that timeout call. No, only joking.
Interesting call there. I mean, the goalkeeper was completely out of position. All they needed to do was throw the ball in, play it to someone else and throw it in the back of the net, and it was another goal. And then could have made the changes. But anyway, making full changes here, and it's less than a minute to play, and outstanding final from Redham House, and it's been completely controlled. And although it didn't start off the way they'd like, Paul, but really they have been outstanding. And kudos to Ryan Vaderman. I mean, he's obviously prepped these boys exceptionally well, and they know exactly what to do and what each other are doing in the pool. And really outstanding coaching, great effort from the players, and as you said, great defensive effort from Redham House.
And that just shows a more mature or slightly older team. They've been in these situations in the past. They know how to come back from maybe a shaky start, and have been full value for their for their win.
And this keeper bit under keeper under pressure there. This is the reserve keeper Keegan Pellicio, and it's now a matter of just a little bit of it's gone wide. It's been the story of SAC's game ever since the second minute of the first chucker, Paul. It has been all Redham House. And here goes a long range shot for Redham, and there you go. Victorious are the men from Constantia. Unfortunately, the girls couldn't do it, but the boys certainly made amends for that final, and it's been a long, hard road for Ryan Vaderman and these young men. They've taken a hiding for a few years, and they've been so close last year, or should I say this year, in a lot of ways. And their hard work has certainly paid off, and experience has paid off, and they're certainly going to be a team to watch going forward and into next season or next year.
So Redham have a very strong tradition of winning this tournament, but on the ladies' side, and well done to the Redham men for turning the tables there. We had the Redham ladies playing in the final earlier, losing to the hosts St Stithians, and this time the men from Redham bringing back the silverware with the gold medal. Their first time ever making the final at this tournament, the boys, and fantastic effort, full value for their 7-2 win over SACs, and it's going to be an interesting team to watch going forward. They've definitely set themselves as the team to beat, so to speak, at the major tournaments coming up for next year, and yeah, cracker final. I don't think we can say much more.
No, fantastic. We're going to have some stats coming up, but 7-2 in this final of the St Stithians Stayers tournament. Thank you to Zest Beverages, and here are these stats brought to you by the analyst and iSports Analysis. 32 shots, 28 for Redham, and just that success rate, only 25% success rate for Redham versus the 6. But you can see not much different between the two teams, but that key point is that shot efficiency, that accuracy in the execution from Redham House has been the difference today, Paul. And I think there'll be a lot of opportunities or thought about for sort of on reflection from SACs, but certainly the stats show that Redham House are our dominant performers here today.
For sure, 25% might not sound like a lot, but when you're having 28 goals, it's a decent return. 28 shots, sorry, that's a decent return. Do want to once again pay credit to the Redham defence, the amount of field blocking, and that man in picture there, Jack Woodburn. He's had a fantastic tournament, to be honest, but I would almost like to say he's the Redham man of the match, and 100%. Possibly the man of the match, in my opinion, of this final of the 2019 St Stithians Stayers tournament.
100%. There were some notable performances also from Jordan Harrod. He also had an exceptionally good game for Redham, as well as Alex Ackerman. But I agree with you wholeheartedly, Paul. Jack Woodburn is our man of the match, and well done to him and his team. And all the best until next year. 2020 season looks exciting, Paul.
It does indeed, and if we look at the top 6 or 7 teams here, I think everyone's got a shot at winning one of the big titles next year, and a lot happens between now and February, March next year in terms of player development, team development, player growth. So I think the 2020 school water polo season is going to be one to remember and look to enjoy. A big thank you to School Sports Live for bringing us this broadcast in connection with Zest Beverages, and a huge thank you to St Stithians School, St Stithians College, for hosting another fantastic event.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in from far and wide towards the end of the rugby. It's been a fantastic day of water polo, beautiful weather, and everything you could have asked for from a final. And from Paul and myself, thank you very much.
Thank you.
does. But it keeps chipped.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I think we'll get going as soon as possible. Was that coming across loudly enough?
We heard it there, Yeah.
Is there not a speaker here? Box. Doesn't sound like it's herring. Good afternoon again, ladies and gentlemen. We'll get started right now. I'd like to begin by thanking all our participating schools, It's fine. It's just right. All right, we're going to try again. Now, I'm going to have to stand over here just to make sure that the microphones do connect. But to repeat my thanks to all of the participating schools. We've had 72 schools from all over Southern Africa participating since last Thursday evening. I'd like to thank as well the coaches and managers, especially our out-of-town visitors, and the fact that 4 out of our 6 medalists are from the Western Cape says it was worth the trip. We're very pleased we could be such good hosts. And MyCom, also a Cape Town-based company, are really pleased. They've had over 100,000 hits on their website. So this Water Polo Invitational certainly seems to travel well. And I'd like to make special mention of a family that are celebrating their 9th visit to St Stithians College for an invitational. Well done to the Ackerman family after 9 years in a row. They've been visiting this invitational. And before getting going with the formalities, one of our referees who started refereeing last Thursday night over 10 days ago and has been here every moment of this invitational. It's his birthday today. David Arendse, are you there somewhere? We've got a birthday cake to celebrate David Arendse's immense effort as a referee. Coming through and collect it, Dave. Then all of our supporting spectators, many of you have travelled long distances to be here. We hope you've had a lot of fun and enjoyed the facilities. And before any of us arrive here in the morning, the people working on these pools, when we left last night at 9 o'clock, the pool staff came out to make sure after all the wind the pools would be spectacular again. And head of our pool staff, Joshua Glula and Temba Indebele. A warm round of applause to you guys. Thank you for the immense achievements these 2 weekends. Speaking about referees, there have been 144 matches. That means on 288 occasions this weekend, the referees have needed to be in the right places at the right time. When you add the table staff, and congratulations to all of those are Saint students, the table staff, that means 576 times the right person had to be in the right place over the last 10 days, 864 times in all. And they wouldn't have made it there if it weren't for our tournament directors, Bruno Fernandez and Natasha Panzero, who have made sure that they all were in the right place. Thank you, Bruno and Natasha. Our Old Stithian Association, I think the wind is. Our Old Stithian Association made sure we were watered and fed at the Diners Hospitality Marquee. So thanks very much to our Old Stithian Association for doing that for the 26th year in a row. And all of our St Stithians College staff from the Girls College and Boys College this weekend, thank you so much to so many staff who gave up their half-term weekend to make sure that this ran well. Annie Hitchings has been in charge of media comms and is responsible for getting the news out to those hundreds of thousands of people who have been interested in this invitational. Thank you as well to Impact Caterers. The boarding house foods and meals and all the coaches' meals were provided by them as well. We couldn't do it without you. Nikki White and Richard Little have been here for the entire two weekends. They've made sure that the scores are kept and that you've been entertained, especially during the 3-hour delay yesterday. And we still managed to finish all of our games yesterday. Nikki and Richard, thank you for your immense contribution to the success of this invitational. And our dedicated water polo staff, Mr. Pierre Leroux from the Girls College and Mr. Justin McDougall from the Boys College, and Adrian Carter, our Boys College Director of Sport, and Natasha Panzero, I mentioned her, she's also the Girls College Director of Sport. Your contribution is immense. Thank you. And two very special people this weekend, Olga Carr and Barbara Beecham, have had 4 major events taking place at St Stithians. And you may have noticed our outdoor expo up in the top field. We've had a hockey festival down at the bottom. And the Ndlovu Youth Choir were singing here early hours of yesterday morning. They made sure it all happened. Olga and Barbara, you are incredible. Thank you. The volunteers at an invitation like this do astonishing work. They've been under the guidance of our water polo chair lady, Penny Vary, supported by her dedicated parents, especially Claire Squazine and Michelle Wedderburn. And I'm going to ask Penny, Claire, Michelle, Natasha, Nikki, Bruno, and Richard, can you please go up to the prize table to receive a small token of our appreciation? And our sponsors certainly make this invitational possible. Lemonlicious have done record sales with the weather this weekend, but they've come to the party, and it's wonderful to have a new supporter of the St Stithians Invitational. And thank you very much to Trevor Bates, who's been here both weekends, the director of Lemonlicious, who have sponsored not only this weekend, but the previous weekend. Trevor, it's greatly appreciated that you guys have been so generous in what you've done for us. Incredible Connection have entertained the students and certainly us for the 2 rugby matches this weekend, and it's because of them that the Springboks won narrowly. Mr. Neil McLean is here, the marketing executive of Incredible Connection. Neil, thank you for the wonderful prizes, but also for making sure that this weekend was entertaining in between the water polo games. And Gourmet Food Services have fed the students, and they've had such a great variety. Eugene Fisser, the CEO, thank you so much for being here and your contribution to this invitational. Diners Club did a great service in the Old Stithians tent with their wine. And Kevin Lomax, the head of merchant services at Diners Club, thank you very much, Kevin, for your continued support of this invitational. The other sponsors are listed in the program, but thank you so much for making this possible. Our running order now, we'll move on to the awards, and I'm going to ask Mr. David du Toit, the head of the Boys College, and Dr. Sally James, the head of the Girls College, to come forward to present the awards. We're going to go through the awards. The winning school will receive a 1,500 Rand Incredible Connection voucher, and each player will receive a 200 Rand Incredible Connection voucher and a bag from Incredible Connection. That's the gold winners. The silver medalists will win an Incredible Connection bag, and the bronze medalists the medal. And as the teams come forward, I'm going to ask them, please, if you can go past me, receive your awards, but please do remain behind for the photographs. The official photographs are set up at the entrance, so please, once you've received your award, continue on through. And in third place in the girls section, congratulations, well done to Clarendon.
they have her. She's new. Stop lying. I'll show you.
As they're receiving their awards, I'm going to call on our silver medalists for 2019. Congratulations to Rhythm. And our gold medalists for 2019, congratulations to St Stithians Girls College.
Yeah, girl. Yes, Jordan. I can't trust myself.
And do the captain and coach have the trophy? Now, the boys' college section, the 2019 bronze medalists, Bishops from Cape Town. Congratulations, boys.
Give us some flags. It was all for a good cause, boys. I love to see it. Small crowd.
And as they're receiving their awards, congratulations to our 2019 silver medalists, Sachs.
Reality is often disappointing. To feel so desperate, you're right. But it's very on the news. Traded.
And our 29 winners, the gold lists of the 2019 St Stithians Invitational, Redham, House, Constantia. Congratulations, Redham, well deserved.
Congrats, boys. Congrats. Taking the